Hello, everyone. I am HearMeowt. Welcome to my channel. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Tonight, we are continuing to look at Diane Downs' 2025 parole hearing. If you don't know who Diane Downs is, she drove down a dark road in 1983 and shot all three of her children in a car with a .22 caliber pistol. She also shot herself in the arm for, believability. She told the cops there had been a bushy-haired man in the middle of the road, so she stopped, and he said, "I want your car," and she's like, "Are you kidding?" And then he proceeded to immediately shoot all the kids in the car and then shot her in the arm, but she got away by throwing her keys, or feigning throwing her keys. That was just the first version she'd tell, and with each additional telling, we get another level of stupidity and complexity. Last night, we went through her interviews from the beginning, her 2010 parole hearing, more media interviews she gave, and started in on the parole. We got about, from 2025, we got about halfway through where we heard about all of her prison escapes or attempts. And now we're going to get into more theories that she is about to espouse to the parole board, because of course she will never take responsibility. She was always trying to find out who is responsible, including maybe it involves an FBI guy that she was dating. And a guy called her with pictures for her FBI guy boyfriend. But yeah, that's it. Suma's here again. I believe we are simulcasting. So if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. If you are new to Suma or you don't know, please subscribe to Suma as well. Her description is in the link below. All right, without any further ado, let's get it started, which means I have to click this, and then I have to click this. Hello. How are you doing, Suma?
Good. How are you?
Yeah. I mean, I was just telling you beforehand, I didn't realize how it was a 6-hour stream yesterday. It was just so long. And I took an edible halfway through it. And
That's when the magic started.
That's when the magic started.
For you.
So we're going to back it up about, I think, 5 minutes into the prior video we finished on last night, because this is where they start off with the stalker theory again, just to keep it kind of a little bit of a catch up. Yeah. But let me put this up on screen.
All right, so Ms. Downs, I know you've previously reported, it's in the documents that we have, about concerns that you had about a stalker, and that you believe that a stalker may have been related somehow to the murder of one of your children and the shooting of your other children. So I'm curious, talk to me about how the stalker fits into this picture.
Again, it's not an allegation, it's a question.
I hate Diane Downs for this. I'm not stating something as fact, or, I'm just asking a question. Could it have been a stalker?
I'm throwing it out there.
Yeah.
I don't know who did this. I don't know why he did this. I have a million questions I want answers to, but nobody in the power that has the authority to find the answers wants to help me find them. Well,
because they don't want to help you find answers to the questions that don't matter. We already know you did it, so there's no point in finding these stalkers that don't exist, right? So
I keep posing questions, and they keep getting turned around into allegations. I have a stalker now. I definitely have a stalker now.
Can you be stalked in prison?
I mean,
is the stalker in prison?
She didn't know about stalkers at first, so she couldn't mention that.
Well, I mean, is the stalker sitting outside the prison gates? Diane.
She's in prison with her.
Diane, I'm here. Look in the yard.
I want to know is a question, was he a stalker then? Is this somebody that I ran into, somebody that I met, somebody that I don't know? And after the DNA test, if it turns out that he or his cohorts are involved, there are ways, once this is all done and people realize that I'm actually innocent, somebody is going to want to know, well, what the hell happened? Somebody somewhere is going to want to know the truth. Perhaps my children. I mean, if I was CAD and if I was SDD, I would want to know the truth. So somebody somewhere somebody has to ask the question.
Well, you just asked the question, and nobody cares. Polynomial just became a member on your channel.
Oh, thanks, Polynomial. Welcome to Only the Sexy People.
So you talked to Dr. Milky about some information about the stalker individual that I think you've been talking about, and you told him that you, quote, left college without a clear cause, unquote, and that you thought your stalker had intervened to cause you to be expelled from.
Here we go.
I have no idea what that.
So the video switches there, but she's saying the stalker caused her to be expelled from college. Now, I don't know if you know the whole background on her college.
Mm-mm.
I'm going to get some parts wrong here, but the gist of it was she went to, she's raised in a very religious household. She went to a private Christian college or something. Not like what is Bob Jones Bible University? Like one like that, but not that one, right? Or like BYU, how they have, you can't have sex, you can't drink or whatever, right? And she was boning people like in the chapel.
No, that's what happens when you don't let people, you know what.
And they expelled her for violating the rules, right? I mean, it wasn't a one-time thing. Is basically what it was like. I am just finding it wherever I can, whenever I can.
Yeah.
Polynomial purebred, equally valid question. Maybe Michael J. Fox did it, or Teeny Others. Yeah, I mean, we don't know.
Always Teeny Others. If Teeny Others is an option, go Teeny Others. That's what I say.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying there's a problem with that per se. It's what she does in conjunction with that behavior. Like, I am going to sleep with my coworkers, right? Which is obviously going to be problematic. I'm going to get pregnant outside of my marriage because I want a baby after I force my,
Yeah, some bitches, you can't tell them not to, you know what, because that launches a whole career of it.
Up with other men and just not gotten pregnant. How about that, Diane? Well, you do it specifically to get pregnant, so you know your husband's going to know you cheated on him.
She loves children.
Yeah, she was expelled for being a hooker. But no, she's going to say it was a stalker.
That means. So can you help me out with that?
I can. And again, I wondered if I didn't make an allegation. I wondered if I was going to college and I had no problem. I had finished my associate's degree. And again,
from what I understand, she got kicked out like freshman or sophomore year.
Yeah. Super Kelly says she got expelled for being a hooker.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
A MILF that was DTF, yes.
I also wanted to say that when we first started, Brian Coburn said, so last time we left, she had a denim romper and some caulk.
Yeah.
Catch everyone up.
And remember there were bars on her window?
Just hers.
Just hers. Hers was the only cell in prison with bars on the window.
Hi, Emma.
Co-chair. She knows what the layout's like, so she can explain it to you later, draw a little picture if she wants. But I had to walk from the women's prison, exit the women's prison, walk in the free world to the men's prison, and enter the men's prison every morning and do the reverse every afternoon after school was over. So I was basically...
What is she talking about? This is before her crime?
No, I guess she's talking about that thing with the Pell Grant or whatever it was, where she took courses once she was incarcerated. So I guess that maybe that's where she got her degree.
Okay, so she's not talking about. So she's. Hold on, I'm lost. I thought she was talking about her first school.
Well, the free to get lost because she's probably talking only smack.
Okay, so this is her college years in prison, I guess. Not her original college she got kicked out of.
World to the men's prison and enter the men's prison every morning.
Yeah, we watched it last night. Care for JCYT.
JC.
Got to catch part 1.
And do the reverse every afternoon after school was over. So I was basically in the free world for those 2 trips every day. My question is, and all of a sudden I was pulled out of school. I had been going to school without a hitch for a
Welcome, Alfie.
year.
Sorry to hear about the job struggles. Hopefully that turns around. She got laid off, or he got laid off.
Got my associate's degree in a year because I doubled up classes. I wasn't just going to the men's prison just to hang out. I wasn't going to school just for an excuse to get a walk on the outside of prison. I took double up classes so that I could get my 2-year associates in 1 year. So I wasn't trying to spend more time outside the prison. And all of a sudden, and I was in my bachelor's year, I had started my first year of my bachelor's program, again, without a hitch. And all of a sudden, I was told that I couldn't go anymore. And they didn't give me a reason. I hadn't done anything differently. The prison hadn't done anything. The OSP hadn't done anything. There had been no threats in the prison, as far as I knew. So my question is, did something happen? Did they get
She is the original straight A student. Yeah.
information extraneous from me that I was either in danger or that they were in danger? Was somebody going to... Did somebody allege they were going to liberate me, or did somebody allege that they were going to shoot me on the way to school? I don't know. I would love to know the answer.
I doubt they would kick you out of college for that reason. You know what? Somebody threatened your life. We're expelling you.
Yeah. It's more like something happened and you know damn well what it was and you ain't saying.
Yeah, Jackie Anderson, you're right. It must be a very strange life when you completely rewrite your entire history to be able to cope with how effed you are. Yeah.
Over and over again.
Answer to that. But it makes me wonder, this stalker has been relentless since 1984.
What stalker?
Okay, so was he the one that, and it's not that he's trying to get me out. He's not stalking me to benefit me. He's not stalking me to make my life easier.
No?
He's not one of these good-natured stalkers. He's not one of these stalkers that are trying to elevate you and lift you.
I don't even know how I got through the day before I had the stalker helping me out.
Oh, my stalker refilled my gas tank for me. Thank you, wherever you are.
So blessed.
He's doing things that make the parole board, my administration, concerned about me, not for me, but about me. So if that's the case, was he involved in the reason that I was unceremoniously just removed from college? Because there was no other reason. So it's a question. It wasn't an allegation. And I'll probably never have answers to these until somebody finally says, oh my gosh, Diane, you were telling the truth all this time. You really didn't do it. Yes, now we can tell you why this happened. Maybe Sonia, my former warden at that time, maybe she'll tell me. So, I don't know.
Okay.
I'd like them to ask.
Actually, Sonia wasn't my warden when I...
What?
I'd like them to ask her why she got kicked out of college the first time and see if she knows why that was.
Yeah. Well, it was my stalker back then, too.
Yeah, he's been around for a minute.
They do things ceremoniously in prison. They're like, all right, everyone gather around. You are being eliminated from college. And then you take the long walk past everyone else, and everyone's like, for shame, for shame.
Laziest stalker ever doesn't even show up for the parole hearing.
I mean, this tells you where her mind's at, right?
Yeah.
She is theorizing there's a stalker. Either she has evidence of a stalker, which she's refusing to present for some reason.
Not true.
Or she is so delusional, she thinks, well, there must be somebody else working against me, and that person would have to be stalking me. And therefore, what aren't you telling me about this stalker?
Even worse than that, I think she knows damn well why it is, whatever the reason is. And because she lies so brazenly.
Yeah. And like Lauren, she doesn't lie about the right things.
Right. And she'll just lie about everything. The phone call that I finally sent you the link to, she's discussing things with his boyfriend, I guess it was, that she had. And it's so obvious. I mean, she's just She claims that they didn't find any gun residue on her hands, and I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, I believe they did. I don't know how they wouldn't have. She's not smart enough to wash her hands. Maybe she is, but
Well, then she was like, "There's no way you can wash the back of your hand with one hand." I'm like, why the back of your hand? Why?
well, because she got shot in the arm, and of course her arm's too hurt. She likes to present all these things as like things that would be challenging, but they're not impossible, right? Like,
right.
Like, hey, there's no look. I could not, or who would do this to their kids? Well, it's hard to believe, but it's not impossible. Like that doesn't prove your innocence.
Yeah.
Pulled out. It was.
Well, she wrapped up her own arm as well, but she doesn't remember doing that. So maybe somebody else, maybe her stalker was there wrapping it up.
Robert. Maybe he'll tell me what happened. I don't know.
Well, that provided me some more clarity on just understanding that, and I appreciate that. So the next,
you got clarity from that.
Next question I have for you is not who committed the crime. We've already talked about that from your perspective. I now want to know why you think this crime occurred.
All right. Are you ready? I believe I am the target of a systematic campaign to ruin me.
Well, on the advice of my attorney, we're going to let the post-conviction court handle this. During the break, when you guys were fixing whatever was happening, she said, let the court deal with this. This is, I'm not supposed to mess up her new evidence. So she has new evidence that we're just going to leave it at that. And
yeah, she does look like she's
that's a photo from the last one, I think. She looks better now, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hi, Denise, Sugar Bear, and Sweet Pea.
Again, it's his decision, not mine. Even if I answer,
she looks almost like Betty White now. Not quite, but
no, she's that old grandma look.
What I think he did, why I think he did it, that's not evidence of anything.
When you look back on the night and everything that happened, what do you take accountability for?
Oh God. My accountability is that I am the mom.
Well, Robin, I think you know this, but yeah, there's no post-conviction court. But she's talking about the Court of Appeals, right? But
my job as a mom is to take care of my children and protect them, which I had done for 8 years. First, he was CAD was, it's really hard. I gave birth to them. It's really hard to consider them as initials. I love them. I miss them. There's so many things. Anyway, I'm getting off track. What I take accountability for is that I should have been able to protect them. Even though I had no way of knowing that I was going to be meeting up with some psychopath, a stranger that was gonna want, whose mind I couldn't be in.
well, you said you were going to meet a stranger because the stranger called for your FBI guy boyfriend. So your pictures for him.
She won't even take accountability for stopping.
No.
I don't know who he is. I
mean, that's an easy out. I shouldn't have stopped.
Right.
That was really irresponsible on my part.
From what I can tell, she's not even doing that. She's just wrong place, wrong time situation.
It's some bullshit about DNA. Like they found some trash or something. They're gonna test DNA on some random trash around the scene and say, yeah. That must have been it.
didn't know who he is. I didn't know what he was about. I didn't know that I was going to be encountering that. And so there's nothing I could have done except not be there.
Or not stop the car. Or not shot the children.
I mean, don't stop for some vagrant when you have all your children in your car with you.
Right.
And so that's my accountability. I should not have been there.
Agreed, Karen. She's not getting out.
Again, trying to give Heather a horse. Heather wants a horse. I can get her a horse for free.
Remember the coupon, the horse coupon.
always thinking of others.
The horse coupon in the Portland Herald.
It's
She
not
had
my
to
job.
drive over.
Come on.
It wasn't my horse. I was just raised to be that way. I was raised to be giving and kind and loving and
Wow.
considerate and thoughtful and stupid, naive, young. I hadn't experienced that kind of violence except with Steve Downs and only Steve Downs. And so
Well, you said your parents were also abusive.
She didn't say. She said that Steve Downs never physically abused her. He was verbally abusive, I believe, but she said that he did not.
I don't know. She said that Steve Downs made up these stuff about her saying her dad was abusive, and then so Steve Downs made her not recant it, right? Like,
right, but he didn't physically abuse her.
I think he said he did. She did.
No,
I don't know.
Specifically remember because they asked her, or she said in her monologue that he abused me, not physically but emotionally or whatever.
I think this is the. I think the parole board brings up here. But why did you write all these statements about how abusive your childhood was?
Yeah.
So I had no reason to believe that if I stopped for a stranger on the road that something was going to happen. But my accountability is I did stop on that road. I did get smart with him. I want your car. Really?
Really? She's channeling Lorne.
And then laughs.
And laughs.
Oh, are you crazy? What? And he was crazy. You don't call crazy people crazy because it really irritates them. But I don't know that he's crazy because I didn't know who he was.
Which is why you shouldn't stop.
My accountability is I was there and my children were with me. That's my accountability. I should never have gone because I'm not going to leave them at home alone. So I should never have gone. And it can never be undone. And that's my accountability. That's my angst.
If you're reading between the lines like I am, basically what she's saying is she's too good. She's too caring of a person.
You don't have to read between the lines. She said that's how I was raised, to be a giving, wonderful person.
Giving wonderful begal.
That's why she got the Groupon for the horse that she was driving over to her friend's house.
My grief, my lack of resolution.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Downs.
Seahawks are smoking the Washington football team, or the Commanders. 37-7. It was 28-0.
So I do want to ask a few questions about just making sure I understand this. So prior to the shooting, you had been in a relationship with the man who documents indicate you thought was working as a detective or with the FBI, with some kind of
FBIA, get it right.
law enforcement officer. In the reports indicate that there are documents where you talk about that he had you go into homes for him.
Yeah, why not just enlist her as an accomplice? I need you to break into this house. No, Commanders are going down. They're getting trashed right now, Jackie.
I didn't understand what was the purpose of going into the homes? Like, what was that about?
It's a cover for B&E. Oh, I mean,
my attorney says I'm not supposed to talk to you about that until this is all over. She has new evidence that I'm.
Why are you even going for parole? If there's all this junk you cannot talk about because you're still trying to get an appeal, why are you still going to parole? Because you realize everything you say. What?
Didn't she just start saying this like mid?
I don't know.
Like, she wasn't saying this yesterday.
No, she didn't say any of this. But no, I think she did say her attorney told her, and let's not talk about this on something. I think it was when they were talking about John Michael Haynes or whatever his name was earlier. But she's so you realize, Diane, and correct me if I'm wrong, Robin, I believe everything that's said in the parole hearing could be used at trial.
Yeah.
So even if she gets a retrial, this is all going to be brought out there.
I'm going to let her handle. It would be a waste of taxpayer dollars for me to step on her case.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm asking you the questions and you give me what answer you want. That's how this works. So the DA's information states, I'm going to ask you the questions. You will tell me what you want to answer and what you don't.
Well, I think at this point, admitting it won't help her anymore because I'll just see it as another manipulation. Boob Shaky says, Tanika's 2 cents. I don't think admitting to it would get her out or would have gotten her a shortened sentence, though.
It wouldn't help, but it wouldn't hurt. So
It wouldn't hurt if she had done it maybe in 2010.
but even now, I mean, she has nothing to lose.
Chicken head PK dorky face Neely $4.99. Thank you very much. Super happy she failed again. She knows what she needs to say to get her to walk. She won't admit to shooting her kids. And I think that's part of the problem. Like, if you go in there so many times and don't say that you did it, then it won't matter when you do say you did it. But
the DA's information packet states that you later learned that this individual was a drug dealer. Is that correct?
The FBI guy?
If she testifies, it can be used as prior sworn testimony on cross.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant, though. It could be introduced, right? As well. What about Robin, the ADR Pro? What about the interviews that people give, like Jodi Arias? I know Jodi Arias testified, so that's maybe why it came in, but they had it in the opening, right? So if you give a public interview, that's just evidence as well. What I don't understand what the difference is.
Same person?
Yeah, that's what I took.
As retired corrections here. Oh, okay, interesting. Thank you, Chickenhead PK Dorkface Neely.
It as.
Okay, same answer. I'm sorry. My attorney, no, I have to respect her wishes. I'm sorry. I'm a chatterbox. I'd love nothing more than to talk, but my attorney has new evidence and
Really?
Similar to Nanbro.
And Sarah.
Also a chatterbox. She used the word chatterbox. Or she used, I'm a chatter or something like that. Chat.
Mm-hmm. Debbie H, any idea of how our kids are doing now? I think they've all moved. They're in their 50s now. I mean,
40s or 50s, yeah.
Yeah, I think the oldest one is in her 50s.
Yeah.
she knows what she is doing, and I am going to let her run that.
Bear with me here 1 second. So this is from the DA's submission. And I just was curious if any of this had occurred in this. So this is from page 2 of the DA's submission. Quote, in a letter that she wrote to Jim Jagger, her defense attorney, she admitted that she had lied to him and the jury about the crime. In this letter, she abandons her prior versions of events and states that she was, quote, flirting, unquote, with a driver of another vehicle on Mohawk Road. She and the other driver pulled over and talked. She had marijuana, which they were going to smoke. Downs claimed she went to the trunk of her car to retrieve the marijuana, and that the man then grabbed her gun from the trunk and shot the children.
Uh-oh. So I don't know if everyone caught the beginning of this. She put this in a letter admitting she had lied about the first version. Let's just hear it again and just hear how much. Well, you know, you want to admit that the first one's a lie so you can introduce maybe something better. But is this story any better?
This is from page 2 of the DA's submission. Quote, in a letter that she wrote to Jim Jagger, her defense attorney, she admitted that she had lied to him and the jury about the crime. In this letter, she abandons her prior versions of events and states that she was, quote, flirting, unquote, with a driver of another vehicle on Mohawk Road. She and the other driver pulled over and talked. She had marijuana, which they were going to smoke. Downs claimed she went to the trunk of her car to retrieve the marijuana, and that the man then grabbed her gun from the trunk and shot the children. Downs stated that she did not provide this information to investigators or the jury since she was afraid she would be frowned upon for the use of marijuana.
Well,
this letter became relevant in a post-conviction proceedings.
If they think I smoke marijuana, they might think I killed my kids.
Let's start with what you may be frowned upon here. If this flirting with some guy in a car while all of her kids are in her car.
Yeah.
Pulling aside to continue
and let's get high
while all of her children are in her car, and then deciding, you know what, I've got some weed in my trunk. Let's do this while her children are in the car.
What's crazy is this is actually at this point, this is the most consistent with her character. Yeah, you pulled over, you saw a guy. Hey, there's a I haven't had sex with. So, right. You know, hey, let me get.
No, I haven't. Huh. He must be.
I don't. Have I slept with you? No. Okay. Well,
out of state plates. That's where she goes in for the kill.
What? But she said earlier that she didn't notice if it was out-of-state plates. She literally said in the interview that I don't notice out-of-state plates because I'm from Arizona, so all the plates around here look out-of-state.
Yeah, I meant that's how she would figure she hasn't slept with him already.
Oh, okay. Well, then every man to her would be.
Right.
That goes on to talk about a little more about that. So I'm just curious, any of that occur?
No. And the letter didn't occur. That letter was not written by me.
Okay.
I have to do this, Venetia. I have to give at least an explanation for this. When I went back, this letter was allegedly written, because I got a copy of it. This letter was allegedly written on November 7th, 1984. Just before that, I was in county jail. And just before that, the state wanted, Children's Services Division and CAD's attorney and my ex-husband's attorney all.
I just put up a poll. If anyone wants to vote on it, like, who are the real killers? So we've got, and that means so many. I just picked the ones off the top of my head. The FBI guys, the free horses, the stalkers, or Wayne. If you remember Wayne, dirty Wayne.
That Wayne character.
Chickenhead PK Dorkface Neely 499. Thank you. Wait a tick. She was seeing a married man and he didn't want kids. Yeah, I mean that sounds like Susan Smith. But
yeah.
Wanted to terminate my parental rights. There was only one person who stood up and said, I do not want to terminate this woman's parental rights, and that was Fred Hughey. After that hearing, I was so happy. I believed that Fred Hughey was going to work with me to either allow me to have visitation with my children, even if it was at the prison, or at the very least that he was still investigating the case. That was my belief system. There is no, and this letter.
Isn't Fred Hughey the prosecutor?
Yes.
Why would he still be investigating? You're the killer.
Well, because he has her children,
Oh, so he's adopting him just as a placeholder. Like when she's proven innocent, even though I've charged this woman and put her on trial and convicted her for murdering one of her child, I think she still might be innocent. So what I'll do is I'll just adopt the kids with my wife, even though we don't want kids, as a placeholder. So then when she's proven innocent, she can get back out.
Them. Yeah.
Allegedly written by me 1 week later. I had no reason to.
No worries. Hello, baby. Like I said, this is simulcast, so if you're watching on mine, you're not subscribed to Suma, subscribe. If you're watching on Suma's, not subscribed to me, subscribe.
Write something like that, because clearly the only person who believed in me at that point was Fred. Why would I write
the prosecutor is the only one who believes in you?
Something and give it to my attorney.
Pretend son, do you know what the answer is? What needs to be counted? I want to give you that wrench. I want you to find the answer.
Knowing that he was going to give it to Fred, that would derail whatever Fred was doing. He was the only person who did not want to terminate my parental rights. He was the only person that I believed.
Yagari's right. The Kookaloo factor.
He believed in me. You can go to that hearing. The hearing was on October 29th. Oh, wow.
Not even close, pretend son. It's not buttons. That's why you need to. I could tell you the answer and you'd think I was lying. You need to listen to it.
29. You can go to that hearing and read the transcript. Fred was the only one who did not want to terminate my parental rights. I did not write that letter. Then, a year later, 6 months later, Jim Jagger brought me 5 boxes of everything from his office pertaining to my case. It had everything. It had all the discovery. It had everything that was in his office that had my name on it. He brought to me at the prison, left 5 boxes. I took them to my cell. That letter's not in there. So how is it that Jim Jagger allegedly, this letter was written in, allegedly written in November, well, it was written by somebody, in November of 84. Jim brings me all my boxes in May of 85, but this letter is not in there because it didn't exist in 85.
Well, so she's saying the letter to her attorney wasn't in the box of evidence that her attorney turned over to her, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Robin Pro ADR. you wouldn't include client lawyer client communications, right? Those are protected. Now I don't know how the letter ended up getting out, but that wouldn't be part of the discovery, wouldn't it? Would it? You wouldn't put all your communications in there.
And then in 1991, you get that letter. I don't know if you've read it. The Attorney General gets that letter, and there's a cover letter from Jim Jagger that says, here's the letter that you were requesting. Well, how did they even know about the letter? Nobody had the letter. Fred didn't have the letter. I didn't have the letter. The Attorney General didn't have the letter. The only person who allegedly had this letter was Jim Jagger. And so how is the Attorney General supposed to know that letter exists? And the cover letter from Jim Jagger was one sentence. Here's the letter that you requested. Who wrote that letter? Because it wasn't me. It was not me. So, and of course, they used that letter to say, see, his client lied to him, so he's not ineffective for representing him because she says she betrayed him. She lied to him. So now he's not ineffective assistance of counsel. And they use that to dismiss all of my ineffective assistance of counsel claims.
Okay, well, now I'm just guessing here. You filed something for ineffective assistance of counsel. He said, hey, she wrote me a letter saying she lied. And they go, okay, well, if you give me that, we can go ahead and get past all this. And then so here's the letter you requested. I wasn't lying. She told me in writing that she lied. So it's not my fault.
Who had the motivation to write that letter? Not me. As far as I was concerned, Fred was going to work with me. Fred was going to let me, whether it was true or not, I was convinced on that date that Fred was going to let me see my kids and that my parents would get to see their grandkids. There was no reason for me to write something as stupid and horrible. Plus, they examined the whole car. There was no marijuana. No marijuana in the trunk, not even residue. And anybody who does drugs, you deal with a lot of drug addicts. Anybody who deals with drugs has drugs. There's residue everywhere.
How would she
marijuana
know?
is.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, you could ask that as well. Well, remember, it turned out the FBI guy was a drug dealer, according to her. So she had and she was breaking into people's houses, according to her.
Oh.
But
it's hard to keep it all straight.
It is hard to keep it all straight. But again, she makes the statement like, why would I do something so stupid? Just like, if I was going to kill my kids, there's way better ways to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Ben Aaron says she has an odd sense of optimism. Yeah, I think it's because she's just enjoying this moment in the spotlight in a way, you know? And also, it's best to keep things positive, you know?
Is a crumbly leaf. It would have been everywhere. There's none in the trunk. Why would I write something that was completely fabricated to her?
Nonfiction says they can't keep her if she's not mental, but the amount of conspiracies she believes in are perpetrated against her puts her in schizophrenic territory. But this is the thing. I don't think she believes any of these. I think she knows these are all lies. She thinks she's just smarter than everyone else, and I can make up a lie just like Sarah. If you let me talk long enough, I'll convince you.
Me, when Fred was he didn't want to terminate my parental rights. Go get the transcript. He is the only one that said no. No.
I don't even remember the original question from the parole board at this.
No, I don't know what the question is. I think it's about the letter that she wrote about the pot and this sexy stranger.
Oh, okay, yeah. But what does that have to do with Emily?
Sarah's always on our minds.
LZB, this shit show almost makes me sad that Sarah will never have a parole hearing that we can laugh at. Well, we don't need one. She's just going to keep writing letters.
Now, luckily, she will still keep us engaged.
So
I don't know where the letter came from, so go ahead. And
when you think about your two surviving children, so SDD
Yes.
and CAD, how do you think
Yes.
they were impacted from this crime?
Not at all. I think they're
Barely an
lucky.
inconvenience.
oh my
They had their mother taken away from them.
Right.
God.
The pause. She hasn't, like, how did it affect my kids?
Huh.
I
thought about it.
It's interesting. Let me think a sec.
I think she might say what you just said, actually.
After the shooting, I was still going to work, going to the store.
So let's go ahead. You're already really failing, Diane Downs. The question is,
already bad.
How did this shooting affect your kids? And you're starting with, after the shooting, I was still going to work. I was still going to the store. What?
Getting gas.
Getting gas.
And people all the time, because of the media hype, people were constantly going, oh, there's that lady that shot her kids.
That's what she talks about in that call.
Okay. So. Gotcha. Should we play it? If I can download it? I don't know. Can you email me the link? Because I can't email links to from text message.
Now look back. Christy had to go to school. Your mom shot you.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's horrible. Christy had to hear criticism of her mother. That's the most devastating thing.
Kids are mean. And then after I went to prison, she's walking in the store. What do you think Christy hears? Oh, there's that little girl that put her mom in prison. But
I would bet $10,000 that sentence has never been said. There's that little girl that put her mom in prison.
Yeah, that's what they were saying when they saw her.
Oh, don't stare. Don't stare. She put her mom in prison. No, they probably said there's that girl that was shot by her mother and bravely stood on the stand and pointed her out.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, well, you'll see what she says in a second. I'm emailing it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember this part because, like I said, I was half sleeping through this stuff.
Christy kept telling him I didn't do that. Mom didn't do it. CAD kept saying Mom didn't do it. Mom didn't do it. Mom didn't do it. When she was 15, she received a phone call from a woman in Nevada pretending to be a 13-year-old girl. The woman tape recorded the conversation with CAD. And Christy said, I don't know what happened. They just kept bothering me, and I said what they wanted to hear so they would leave me alone. Christy knows. Christy knows. And she didn't put me in prison. The state put me in prison. Christy did not do this. And yet Christy has to live with that burden. How has this impacted her? Every single day, Christy has to live with the fact that people behind her back are saying, you're the one who put your mom in prison.
Nobody is saying that. You are saying it, Diane. You are subtly trying to be like, look at what you did.
And I can't protect her from that. I can't save her from that. Danny, my parents saw Daniel when they received a phone call from somebody who said, your son is going to be at a school fair. I mean, your grandson. I'm sorry, SDD. If you want to see SDD, your grandson, go to the school fair. He's going to be there. So they went. They sat in the parking lot in their car and they waited. And Joanne showed up with SDD. And she came with his walker.
It's an unfortunate
to his side of the car. And
monogram.
What?
STD is an unfortunate monogram.
Oh, is that it? STD? I thought it was SDD.
Oh, I'm hearing STD, but maybe that's
I don't know.
Thing. Yeah.
Said, come on, let's go see the birds. He goes, no, I want my wheelchair. And she said, SDD, no, you need to walk. You can walk. You need to practice. No, I want my wheelchair. My dad said, my son gave Joanne hell. Sorry, Joanne. My son gave Joanne hell, which meant only that my son was suffering emotionally.
What?
I mean, she's answering. You remember the question she's answering,
right? How did the crime affect your children?
Yeah,
but saying because a responsible adult is saying you don't need your wheelchair. Let's get on the walker. We got to use those legs, right? Because adults do know we got to push through it a little bit, and maybe eventually you can walk without the walker. No, I want my wheelchair, and that means that he's being abused by the people who are taking care of him. Come on, Diane.
He could walk. He didn't want to. He was angry. He was frustrated because he was so able-bodied. He used to ride on his uncle's shoulders to play basketball. Uncle James would hand the basketball up and he'd put it in. He couldn't do that anymore because he didn't have an Uncle James anymore. And they didn't have anybody that was going to play basketball with him anymore.
What?
How has this impacted my children?
Yeah, that was the question.
Yeah, that was the question that you failed to answer spectacularly. And we can tell that you did not rehearse this because you would have, I don't know. I can't say that.
It would be even worse if she did. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I mean, you have to hear this answer that you're reading back to yourself and be like, oh, this is a terrible answer.
Yeah.
How is it not?
How dare you ask me? Diane, they are not asking because they don't know. They are trying to find out if you understand it, and you clearly don't. It is not an offensive question for them to ask.
Everything about their lives. They don't know their grandparents. They don't know their cousins.
Yeah, this is what it sounds like when an alien lands on Earth and has watched 2 or 3 YouTube videos on human emotions.
Had one cousin. They've never seen it.
Grandparents? Why not? Why don't they know their grandparents?
I don't know. Probably because they're claiming her innocence and they don't need that influence around. Like, her parents are saying she didn't do it, right? So if I had legal custody of the victims of this woman and her parents are so delusional, just like in the Kent Krauthammer, or is it Kent Krauthammer? Ken Krauthammer? Something like the guy that he killed his wife and claimed it was a pipe that bounced through the window, right?
Yeah.
We have to, I mean, he's horribly stupid. I mean, his stories are almost as bad as Diane Downs.
Sure, I know that case. But also, why did the father not want them? Is that, I mean, their father.
I don't know. I think there's maybe some background stuff on there. But I mean, I'm not going to turn them over to the grandparents if they're trying to say Diane Downs is innocent.
Given, yeah.
Because they're going to just talk trash and then fill their heads with poison. But yeah, you should check out the Ken Krauthammer. His story is so insane because he says, we were driving to work and the pole bounced up and it went through the windshield and it hit her in the face and killed her. But when you look at the evidence, like there's videos of that road and there's no truck that goes by. The glass is on the stick shift covering it, but it would have already been in reverse, meaning it was smashed after the car was backed up into the ditch. She was already late for work at that point when she had never been late for work. He had no explanation of where he was going, why he was over there, because he said, I was going to replace the windshield. And they're like, but you didn't know where you were going or what the address was? And he's like, no, but you were just driving over there while your wife had to be at work. He's like, yeah. And then he makes up, no, well, it wasn't this guy. It was this other guy that did the windshield like 3 times. But the part that makes me so insanely frustrated with that case is that all the family, except for maybe her sister, her blood sister, her direct sister, was like, you were all crazy. He did this. You were all defending him, saying, well, I can't believe he did it because he's such a soft-spoken, meager person. It's just
such a nice guy. Thank you, Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah, he was going to work on a car, but he didn't know the people. Not only the people didn't know he was coming, he didn't know what the name of the people were or their address.
And he didn't have a coupon for a free horse, so
no coupon for free horse. And her injuries suggested that she'd been punched in the face, right? Because all the damage was not there was no pole. If you got hit by a pole, there'd be some pretty catastrophic exterior damage to your body. It was all interior, like what you would see if you had been punched, right? Like there was no abrasion from the pipe, it was just so stupid.
Again, they have a lot.
Sorry, Miss Chilton said that she thinks she read that Steve Downs was letting the kids see her when she. Yeah. So maybe that's.
Yeah.
Something must have gone on there. Thank you.
My cousins now, they've never met them. I'm sure they have children, and if Christy's a smart girl, and she is, her children don't. If CAD has children, she won't tell them who their grandma is. Because everything that she went through, her children will have to go through. Oh, your grandma's that crazy woman in prison.
Wait a minute. Why wouldn't they say, "Oh, your mom's that girl that put her mom in prison"? Right? Wouldn't that be consistent with what she's saying earlier? Why would the grandchildren say, "Oh, your grandma's crazy," versus they're saying her daughter, "Oh, it's the woman that put her mom in prison"? Like,
I mean, let's just think about that first thing for a minute. The fact that she's saying that one of her first example of how they were impacted was that people are pointing at her daughter and saying, "That's the little girl who put her mom in prison for no reason."
yeah. The son is not the biological son of Steve Downs as well. That's
the son
the
is
other
the biological son of just some random dude.
And I mentioned yesterday that there was a book that was written, Outrunning My Mother's Sins or something, right? That's the daughter that she gave birth to in prison.
Okay.
How do you think that impacts my children?
That was
Everything about
he's asking you.
Wait, what'd you say?
That's the question. She's asking him. How do you think that impacts my children?
this has impacted them. Yeah, the state put me in prison. Culpable, yes. But I am the one.
Okay. Bring yourself back up again.
That took them out there that day. That
Oh
night.
my God.
You know, just
I
that.
live with that for the rest of my life. Carolina Hurtado became a member of your channel.
She gifted a membership, I think.
Oh, she gifted. Oh, sorry. Oh,
Again.
reading is not my strong suit, people.
No, that's okay. Listen, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work.
I go left to right. I sounded out and like 1 month membership.
Earlier that day, I'd got off work and I stopped by the realtor because the kids and I had been house hunting. And we on the weekends we would go, on Sundays we would go, and we found a house up in Cottage Grove where I worked. And I stopped by the realtor, and they said, "Yeah, they're willing to make terms with you on putting a small amount down." And I came home. I was so excited. I told the kids. They were excited. They'd been asking to adopt a kitten. And when I said,
Tell the truth. Hello, everyone. I'm really late, but you're on the wrong channel.
See, this is why I don't like to stream to my channel, because you always give me such a hard time. They're willing to make terms on us buying that house. We're going to rent to own. We're going to rent first.
No, I like giving the viewers a hard time. I'm not giving you a hard time.
I know. Until we get the down payment.
The kids testified. She carries on like there's no evidence against her. Yeah, her daughter pointed her out in court, saying she's the shooter.
That bitch right there.
Right, and even when they were in the ER, the doctors noticed that her pulse would spike whenever her mother came around. Which is
right. Oh my God,
not good. I mean, you can't fake your own pulse, right? Okay, I'm gonna. Well,
I'm sure that's what she claims she did.
Yeah, the police officers told her to fake high blood pressure. The police officers told, when your mom comes around, make sure your heart starts beating faster.
Pretend you need life support.
Yeah. I just kept coming around saying, "Can we pull the plug yet?"
That's all.
And they said, "Then can we now have the kitten?" Absolutely. So we went and picked up the kitten. We went to the store.
No, back to the kitten.
Kitty litter, and we bought cat food.
No, I thought the cat was given to you by the neighbor, and they gave you everything. What are you talking about? You went and bought it now, Diane.
Who gives this crazy person an animal?
But your story is so simple. Like the elements of the story that are fact, like events that happened. Why don't you just write them down and memorize them, Diane?
You once.
And then that night, it was over. Our life was over. How has my decisions impacted my kids?
No, that's not what.
No, that's not. That is not at all what the question was, but that's how she's officially answering it now.
How is it not? How is it not?
She's very dramatic too.
So I want to turn to.
He's like, okay, next question.
Some previous parole hearings, and I'm just really curious. I mean, why, when you think about your previous parole hearings, why do you think you were not paroled?
How do you think they went?
Which is why we watched the 2010 one, right? I mean, there's audio only on the 2020, but we could maybe look at that another time. But
Not found suitable? Not paroled? Well, I've written you a lot of letters, and I'm not short on on legal detail. There was minimums, and
that is true. NWA WSCAP. She has a better fake story than Lauren's novel. Like, things actually happen in her fake story versus Lauren's novel.
Not just about like her fellow inmates picking their nose and stuff.
Yeah, they're wiping their fingers in each other's butts, and then wiping under their nose, or putting a very thin laundry bag over their heads and making out in front of them.
Pillowcase, yeah.
And the law says you cannot parole me before unless everybody on the board agrees. You cannot override the minimum. It takes all 5 of you to override a minimum.
Answering the question.
So there's that.
Well, she's saying the reason I didn't get out because all 5 of you didn't vote. Like 4 of you did. It was 80%. 4 of you really saw that I was innocent, but one of you was one of you was probably paid. Maybe 2 of you were probably paid off by the governor himself. They brought you out to the governor's mansion. They laid stacks of cash in front of you. Said hey, I can't direct you on this, but you're doing something tomorrow in a hearing. Denied.
And
that's all I'm going to say.
Guys, don't forget about them.
Yeah, the guys, and then they shove the money forward, and they're like, "Do we understand each other?" And then the big fireplace with the roaring fire in the background, and the 2 Doberman Pinscher guard dogs are sitting there chained with the bodyguards. And then, I was really scared. I had to take the money and say, "Okay, I will say denied." And then he returns to the fireplace. The governor's sipping his whiskey, just as a shadow in front of the fireplace.
Right. All because
and then he calls the president and says, "I've handled it.
It's been done."
I think everything that we've just discussed, because previous boards made their decision that day, they were not open to receiving the documents that.
So she's just blaming the board. This is what we're wrong. Nothing she did.
Well, she's not blaming the board directly. She's blaming the process.
Right. Well,
the process is corrupt because
and for a rude awakening.
She knows that when she told her new version of lies, right?
She knows and everybody knows.
If they had the time to reflect on it, like go home and sleep on it and be like, "Oh my God, she's innocent," they would have voted not to release her the next day. But because they make that decision that day,
too late.
They're just not ready for it. They're like, whoa. Wait, I don't know. I can't. I'm not ready for this level of truth.
Yeah.
That I didn't know that I would need to present. You are willing to receive those and to take those under consideration. I think it was a foregone conclusion that anybody who's been sentenced under ORS 161.725 their imprisonment has to be continued until it is discovered that they no longer suffer from a severe personality disorder. Basically, that's the bottom line. There's other speculations. And again, I can only go by what they said. I can speculate on why why I think they did what they did, but only they know. But I now have Dr. Milky. I suffer from no major mental disorder.
You have a narcissistic personality disorder.
Yeah, that's even worse. And also, the question was, how did you think it went as far as the things you said and not everyone else?
So therefore, that frees you to make a decision that by law, I'm not going to try to tell you the law.
Well, Lord Newman, technically what she said is that in all the prior hearings, I'm going to move Summa up here because I don't like what it covers Summa. I'm moving over here and I'm going to take down the banner. What they said was, we have nothing in evidence of what you're talking about, you crazy balloon. And she's going, well, if I could just provide you with this. And they're like, okay, well, why don't you provide it for us after this hearing? Okay. because you should have brought it. That's not on us that you didn't bring it. And so now they're saying whatever documentation you're alleging you have, you can send it afterwards. She doesn't have any of this documentation. That's the other thing. She was using the system at that point, being like, I do this. Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to bring it. You've got to believe me. You've got to believe me. I'm like, okay, well, why don't you go ahead and submit it to us?
If you are attorneys, you know the law. I don't have to teach you anything that you already know. And it would be stupid of me to try. But I really think that was it. I think because people still said, oh, she suffers from a severe mental, disorder, then there it is. But now I have a psychologist of your choosing and a psychologist of my attorney's choosing. Both say the same thing. No severe psychological disorder.
No.
You-
No.
She has a personality disorder, not a psychological disorder. That's the difference. She doesn't get it. Like,
She gets it. Well, she keeps talking about this Dr. Milky who's so in love with her, but meanwhile, Dr. Milky is nowhere to be seen or heard or read.
well, why do you think that is?
Well, probably because of the FBI guys.
Yeah, the FBI guys paid him money.
Yeah.
Like, you're not, hearing tomorrow, you're gonna miss it.
I don't think you're gonna make it.
Do you read? But now we're just gonna sit here all cozy. We're gonna order some pizza. You got cable? Great. Like, we'll play some cards until the hearing's over, and then we will be leaving your company.
Right.
Just like it's better also.
Chain him to the radiator.
Yeah.
And so therefore, I think it's different this time. I believe, and I hope for my mom's sake and my brother's sake and my sister and my whole family, that you take that into consideration and that the decision will be different this time.
There's documentation where I've seen you suggest that terrorists or other individuals have threatened parole board members in the past to stop you from being paroled. Do you still feel like that's correct?
I
was just asking. I don't even know what she's going to say, but I'm guessing she's going to say, I was just asking questions.
Yeah.
I'm not being facetious, so please don't take it this way.
Mm.
Have you guys received a threat this time?
Well, that
No.
answers the question.
Yeah.
There was a written threat before. There was a written threat on 2010. And if you have not received any threats, then, and I haven't, Miss Wheeler said, Miss Downs, we understand you're telling the truth. We get it. You haven't been lying to us. So.
Oh, I love this part. So she's claiming that in her 2010 parole, when he was 28, 2008, she's saying that one of the parole board said, we understand you're telling us the truth. We believe you. This is important because it gets refuted, but yeah, no, it is terrorist, Katie. Terrorist. This is Al Qaeda.
This is big.
Like they're like, should we do another airline thing?
Where's Diane Downs at?
Where's Diane Downs? What's she up to? Let's focus our network of terror on her and keeping her in prison.
Yeah.
2010. And if you have not received any threats, then, and I haven't, Miss Wheeler said, Miss Downs, we understand you're telling the truth. We get it. You haven't been lying to us. So I am assuming that either the threat doesn't exist or the threatener is gone. And we're all getting old. You guys aren't, but I am. Everybody that I know is. My mom is 88. But anybody else that was involved in my life, we're all geriatric now.
Shut up.
So perhaps the person that was threatening is also gone.
Of course she's lying.
Almost
about
everybody that I've known is gone.
So I want to ask you a little bit about some of
This
those
guy always
statements.
sounds like he's laughing, smiling.
No, he does. You can hear it on his face.
He's like, all right, so I want to ask you about something else now.
Like, is this serious?
Yeah, yeah. Is it me?
He's like, does she not realize we have all the records? Or maybe it's like something with like the pool of the parole board, right? They're like, oh man, you're going on a Diane Downs parole.
Oh,
Get
man.
ready, son. Get ready. Like it is a special one. You are going to have the time of your life. Just wait till this is what they live for. Like when the obvious, where, I mean, it's probably, I imagine it's probably got to be a tough decision, like with parole, like you
sometimes
just being by its nature, being like, like if you think like, I believe this person, but am I being conned because they're a criminal, right? And thinking like, did I make the right decision or not, right? So this has got to be like one of those. This is one of those no-brainers. Like, this is fun. Get ready. Get the popcorn. If they allow you to bring popcorn in. Bring it for your friends.
Right. And even if they don't,
even if they don't, make sure you record it and you can listen later and eat the popcorn. So
he does sound bemused. The only thing she's done since being incarcerated is get kicked out of college somehow and escaped and gotten knocked up. So it's not like she's doing good things.
Well, she tried to escape 3 times. She only escaped once.
Right, once she did.
And we know that all went down. That went down south because of Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne.
Let's check the poll here. I'll look at the poll here.
Oh,
just so you know, we've only got about 4 more questions on this topic, and then we're going to move on. So we're getting close to the end of this topic.
Well, FBI guys is in the lead at 38% with 52 votes. The free horses are at a close second at 31%. Wayne is number 3, and the stalker is last.
Wow.
Wayne's getting more shade than the stalker.
Well,
only 52 votes. Come on, people. We've got 98 watching. Vote. But
I do want to ask you that. So in 2020, you wrote the board and you said that the 2010 board began your parole hearing with the words, quote, "We have no reason to deny you parole," concluded that same hearing then by denying you parole. And then you also wrote, quote, "Member Candace Wheeler suggested my elderly parents would be in danger from my stalker if I paroled to them. It's logical to conclude the board simply didn't know how to release me and keep everyone safe from an identifiable threat."
Oh, see? The parole board wanted to release her, but it would put others in danger, and they didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Because remember, we saw the 2010 parole hearing. She's like, "Release me to my family, but dear God, don't tell the public the address. I don't want to put my family in danger." That's also in the one where she told the version of seeing or having 2 guys approach her that she knew, I think. Or no, that was the FBI guys. Yeah.
And then you went on to say just a few minutes ago that when I was asking about the threats, you said that Miss Wheeler had said, "You have not been lying to us. We get it." So the interesting thing, right, is that we actually have the transcript for the 2010 parole hearing.
Uh-oh. So you said this happened in your letter, but we have the transcript. Uh-oh.
And none of those words are there. So can you help me out? Can you help me out with that?
You do not have the transcript of the 2010 hearing. You do not have the transcript of the 2010 hearing. I received it. They refused to give it to me in 2010 when I was doing.
I received it. They refused to give it to me.
Doing my request for administrative review. I asked for a copy of the transcript because the Exhibit A was going to be Candace Wheeler saying, "Miss Downs, you have done more than we have asked. That is amazing. We have no reason to deny you parole." That was going to be Exhibit A. And they did not send me the transcript. I asked for a transcript again. They also didn't send me their a BAF sheet for a long time. But I asked for that transcript 3 times. By the 3rd time.
Well, no, you can't vote on Suma's stream because there's no poll on Suma's stream. You have to vote on my stream. I'm not saying to leave her stream to come over. I'm saying 98 people are on my stream right now, and there's only 55 votes. So the people that are on my stream vote. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, maybe I voted on yours. I don't know, but I voted.
Which was like 2 years later, the next board, Ms. Wheeler was gone, and the next board perceived that as a request for a parole consideration hearing. It was not a request for a parole consideration hearing. I was still requesting the transcript from the 2010 hearing. So it was misconstrued. They still did not give it to me. It was not until Joanne Miller sent me a copy of the transcript. My brother got a thumb drive finally in 2020. It was like 4 months before the hearing.
What question is she answering?
She's trying to disprove the fact that the board member said, hey, you wrote us a letter saying that the person in the hearing said all this stuff, but we have the transcript and none of that is in there.
Oh, and she's like, you don't have the transcript.
She's like, you don't have the transcript. Look, they wouldn't give it to me, and my brother got a thumb.
Thumb
You're not going to hand out thumb drives, right?
Right.
My brother contacted the secretary there, and she sent him a thumb drive of the audio of the transcript. And he just lit into me. Diane, why are you
audio of the transcript? Why wouldn't you just send it? Come on.
You're so mean to those people. Why were you arguing with that man? I said, there was only one man, Aaron Felton, and he only said 2 sentences. What are you talking about? He goes, no, he didn't. You guys argued for 2 hours. You just kept getting in his face and arguing with him. And I said, I did not. I said, Miss Wheeler was the one. She was the chairperson. She's the one that carried the day. And he goes, no, Diane, I'm listening to it right now. And he was very, very upset at me. And I couldn't get a thumb drive. And it wasn't until Joanne Miller sent me a copy, not even the board. The board still did not send me a copy of the transcript. It wasn't until Joanne Miller sent me a copy of the transcript that I read it and went, this is not a copy of the hearing. I speak in contractions. I don't want to go. I didn't do that. I can't remember. The whole thing is there's not one contraction in it. I don't know what it is, but it's not me. And the thumb drive, he says, but Diane, my brother said, Diane, it sounds like you. I said, but it's not me. I don't know what to tell.
And so I'm going to go ahead and reiterate what my position has been the entire time. This is why all court hearings need to be, aside from the protection of a victim, right, with proper bleeping and jury, right, this is why all court hearings should be live streamed for the public. They're open to the public. Record them and keep them for posterity.
Yeah, because
she's saying
trifling criminals do.
Yeah, they go, that's not what happened in that one. And we can look at me like, that's absolutely what happened.
Tell you accept. And that's why Michelle Guyton, the following, when I went to board in 2020, that was her big hang up because I had not received a copy of the transcript yet, so I didn't know that it was a forgery. And when I told her what Candace Wheeler said, she wrote in her report that your version does not match reality.
And therefore, reality is wrong.
My version is reality.
And I don't have a mental disorder, by the way.
And what you guys have is not. You need to go back. You have access. And if you're honest with yourselves, if you really want to know the truth, go back and get the real videotape. The real videotape and see what was really said. I know you guys can do it. I really don't think somebody destroyed it. Maybe they did. I hope they didn't. And see the real videotape that was said. Candace Wheeler carried the whole day. We spent literally 2 hours talking about, we didn't talk about the case. We spent 2 hours talking about where I would report parole and what I would do for a living. That was what we talked about for 2 hours. And then at the end, she goes, okay, so we're going to go.
Seems like that'd be a lot. That doesn't seem to fill 2 hours.
No.
You could fill 2 hours with your bullshit, but
go ahead and deny you parole. Do you understand? Oh, and we'll see you in 2 years. Do you understand? And I said, no, I don't.
Thank you, nonfiction.
She goes, we're denying you parole. We had a new law in 2009. We're denying you parole for 10 years.
Why bless you, Suma? Why not bless me?
Because I sneezed and you didn't.
Oh, okay. I missed that part.
And
why did she get all the blessings?
We'll see you in 2.
Everyone go to bed because this is getting
No,
better.
I still don't. So there you go.
Okay.
Every time I go to the board, I submit a request for administrative review. There is no request for administrative review for the 2010 hearing because I never received a copy of the transcript and I never had the opportunity to request review.
Okay.
And there you go. That, because they didn't send me the BAP sheet for the longest.
Okay.
And that is the only one that does not have an administrative review. Because I did not have a copy of the transcript because they didn't want me to have it.
Okay.
Because of what it said.
All right. So Ms. Downs, I appreciate that, but I want to ask you this question because I got two remaining. So I'm going to talk about the evaluation that you had with Dr. Guyton. This is a few years ago. So, and before I ask you this question, what I want to relay to you, right, is that it's not the board's job, certainly not within our purview, to decide whether you did or did not, in fact, commit the crimes that you were convicted of, right? That is not the board's role. So as of now, I have that you have been convicted for committing these crimes. And many of the questions we ask you are designed to kind of get at your insight and to get your understanding and to get your perspective. So I want to read you what Dr. Guyton.
Oh, okay, next one.
This is something that's on my mind, and I want to get your feedback. She wrote, quote, "Her previous violence occurred in the context of her care of vulnerable children for some purpose that has not yet been fully understood due to her denial of responsibility.
This isn't starting out good.
Without understanding the motivations that led towards these acts, it is difficult to understand the risk of violence she poses in future situations if she should perceive a benefit for herself and the harm or removal of another vulnerable individual."
Yeah, like
I'm just curious to get your feedback on that statement.
I'm 70 years old.
right away bad.
Strong start.
There aren't any more vulnerable people in my life.
What?
If you got released to your parents, they'd be
You just
vulnerable.
talked about how old everyone is in her life.
Yeah. How extremely vulnerable everyone is.
Exactly.
At least no more vulnerable than I am. I am actually innocent. I know it's not your job to decide whether or not I'm innocent. That's my attorney's job, and she will be taking that up next week. Well, beginning the process. It is a process. And I don't know how else to address that. I did not commit this crime. There's no reason to believe that I would commit another crime that somebody else committed. There's no reason to believe that you would have somebody else commit another crime that you'd be framed for, because you got put to prison for the crime you committed, not somebody else. Right? So it'd be highly improbable. no reason to believe that.
All right. And then lastly,
All right.
You know, all right.
so, you know, ultimately what I think about is that I wonder whether or not that one of the reasons why you claim innocence, and I just want your feedback, is that because of all of the things that have been identified about the narcissistic personality disorder, that it's just too much for you to be able to admit that you harmed your own children, and that you've convinced yourself that you were not involved because it's just too much. It's too hard to
This guy's talking crazy.
admit.
I mean, that whole thing. I don't think you're a bad person. That they do, and they.
Yeah. This is the classic interview technique. Look,
Yeah.
we just need an explanation.
It was an accident. You accidentally shot every single one of your kids.
Because they've got a pool also on the parole board. Like, it's been building for 20 years now of like, are you going to be able to get her to admit that she did it? Right. And he's like, man, it's up to $1,200. It would be pretty sweet,
Right.
to have that $1,200 going into Christmas season, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Buffalo, yeah.
Think of that massive ham and turkey I could buy. I could buy like a PS5 for my kid. It's going to be so great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to conquer this demon. Here we go.
That you were responsible for that. I wonder whether or not that is kind of what's going on. And I don't necessarily, I guess, expect an epiphany today. I'm just curious with your, for your
If you give me epiphany, that'd be great for my wallet.
feedback on that. That's all.
That's all.
I did not shoot my children.
Yeah.
I know full well I did
If you're saying it's too horrible for me to accept responsibility because it's such a horrible crime, my answer is I did not do it.
not shoot my children. There is no little secret locked away in my brain.
No?
There was no gunshot residue on my hands. The gun, they spent hours and hours and hours and weeks looking for the gun. Never found it. So it wasn't like it was just somewhere along the route.
What does that have to do with anything? You dispose of the gun in the river. The gun that you own, that is known that you owned, the 22 caliber that you could not produce later.
They
to
talk
disprove
about that
that-
on the call too, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to listen to the whole call or just a section of
I
it?
don't think it's that long, but we can.
Yeah, no, it's 16 minutes. I just didn't know if the whole thing was good or is it?
I think it's pretty good. You can decide and then fast forward.
Okay.
You know.
There is no reason I didn't have money problems. Somebody said I didn't have money. I had money problems. I think that was in somebody's report, the DA's report. I didn't have money problems. I had money in the bank. We were buying a house. I had a full-time job with the federal government. There were no stressors in my life. I had moved close to my parents. My parents were babysitting. My mom was babysitting. My dad was at work all day. My mom was at home all day babysitting my kids. So I knew that they were safe and they were being cared for. I was no longer getting beat up by my ex-husband. I had a new boyfriend. I mean, when I was young and stupid.
The FBI guy.
Yeah, I didn't remember her saying that he was abusive. I specifically remember her saying that he was not, but maybe I missed.
Well, no, that doesn't mean
Yeah, what am
that
I
she
doing?
didn't say it. She says
That's
different
right.
shit all the time.
What am I doing? Yeah.
Back then, new boyfriends were cool. So there was no motivation for me to commit that crime. And I didn't commit that crime. And now we have evidence in the form of DNA and witnesses and confession of the person who actually did it that will prove that I did not commit this crime. I have searched my soul, the police, for
My heart, my mind, my body, and my soul.
months, kept saying, Diane, you just don't remember everything. You block things out. You are repressed. And so I would think and think and think and think, what is it that I'm missing? What is it that I'm missing? And I would think about it so much that I would have nightmares about it. And then I would think, maybe my nightmares are my unconscious mind trying to give me the answers. But that wasn't it. That wasn't the case either. That was simply people planting thoughts. I can relate to what CAD had to go through with people saying, well, okay, but do you think maybe your mom and you just don't want to say it because it's not safe? I mean, everything that you just said, and you're not even an attorney, but everything you just said came straight out of the Lake County playbook right there. And that's why I was kind of smiling, because that's the kind of thing that they said to me back then. That's the things they said to CAD. And there's no repression. I did not. There's physical evidence that I did not shoot my children. There's no physical evidence that I did shoot my children. I am actually innocent. My attorney is going to be working her butt off on that. And maybe, just maybe, when this is all over, I will have answers for what happened and why.
All right. Well, thank you, Ms. Downs. Again, I know I asked a lot of questions on this topic. Ms. Cleaver, any additional questions?
Yes. So Mr. Bailey asked you to tell us what happened on April 7th. And what you said is that you talked about your friend Heather, the horse, taking the article or the ad to her, and then on the way back running into this person on the road. That's what you say happened that night, correct?
Yes, May 19th.
Okay. So you had a psychological evaluation with Dr. Milky. You said
Who's paying for a current attorney? You are, if you live in Oregon.
that Dr. Milky was in general.
What?
Sub Rosa, for one, because she's in Oregon.
Yeah, Sabrosa's paying for it. Thank you, Sabrosa.
A good evaluation. And so at the time of your evaluation, he asked you what happened. And this is not what you told him. What you told him is that you were romantically involved with an investigator who was attempting to bring down a dirty DA. This person pursued you to enter an environment where illegal activities were occurring. You
Uh-oh, this doesn't sound good.
go on to say that you received an anonymous phone call telling her, if I wanted pictures of Pat Horton for my boyfriend, come on over. You then went to meet that person to get these pictures and took the children with you. You stopped in the road where you saw a man. You got out of the car. The man leapt into the car and began discharging the firearm. Then you talk about pretending to throw the keys. So that's not what you told us this morning. And this was not that long ago that you told Dr. Milky that this was what happened.
Okay, Jackie.
Why is there such a huge discrepancy in your
Just
version
asking
of what
questions.
happened today?
I don't perceive it as a huge discrepancy. I did go to Heather's house. We did take her an ad, and I did meet a man on the road,
Horse coupon.
and he did get in the car, discharge the weapon, and we struggled.
Okay, well,
That is the truth.
You did not tell us, however, that you had received a phone call that took you out there. Did you?
Denise,
Well, nonfiction. What you're assuming is that it's just the guy out to get that cash bounty, right? She's like, look, I'm going to get her to confess to her stupid. I think what they ultimately want to be like, just admit this is the dumbest story ever. You understand this is an incredibly stupid story, Diane, right? Like
That's something. I mean, do you understand what we're working with here?
Yeah. Can we just tell us you understand it's dumb? Because you think we're insulted, Diane, that you think we're going to believe this stupidity. Just tell us you made up a bunch of dumb stories, then we'll move on to if you're rehabilitated or not.
still under restraint until we finish our DNA?
Oh
I can't
God.
hear my attorney. I can't.
I'm sorry.
Notice her, she always, when she doesn't want to answer a question, she reaches out to, hey, Miss Lawyer. And somebody asks, like, where's her lawyer during this? Her lawyer's on the call.
She's
The
there.
entire time. You're like, am I not allowed to talk about this? I think, hopefully.
It would be better to not discuss any alternate theories right now.
Right. I will be stepping on her new evidence. I don't want to. She has a case to present, and I'm leaving it alone.
Okay, so you're refusing to answer that question about the discrepancies on the advice of counsel. Is that what I'm hearing?
There you go.
All right. Well,
Yes.
let's go on then. You also talked about in another event that that the woman claiming to be your daughter Amy, that her father was the person who shot the children.
The girl claiming to be your daughter, Amy?
This is the anonymous father of the baby she got pregnant with.
Okay.
which
Right.
so he knew her beforehand and then killed the children, and then
He has a lot of motive to kill the children, especially since he was completely estranged from the one that was his, and not even.
Well, no, this would have been before. This would have been before she was even pregnant. Remember, she wasn't pregnant when she killed the kids. So this person that she picked out as the perfect specimen preemptively went out to kill all of her children.
She wasn't pregnant? I thought
When she killed her kids, she wasn't pregnant. She got pregnant in prison. Right?
No, I thought you meant the perfect specimen was because the perfect specimen was the one she had a kid with when she was married.
Oh yeah, right. That was the dad. That was the father for Daniel or David or whatever. Right. Okay. Yeah. No, this is the anonymous donor for her fourth child.
Okay.
He's really the one that went out. What?
Wasn't that Wayne?
No, it wasn't Wayne. Wayne was probably firing blanks, but well, just back it up.
House, I guess. Wasn't that Wayne's house or?
Yeah, it was Wayne's house.
Okay.
But he just wasn't firing on all cylinders. Or maybe it wasn't her time of the month. I don't know. You know, she had an escape attempt. She didn't know if it was her time of the month. But what she's saying is the biological father of her fourth child she got pregnant with in prison, he really went out to kill the children so she could end up there and then, impregnate her.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're refusing to answer that question about.
I backed it up a little here.
On the advice of counsel. Is that what I'm hearing?
There you go.
All right.
Yes.
Well, let's go on then.
Oh, she was pregnant when she got arrested? I didn't know that. Okay.
Also, talked about.
Well, okay, so then but everyone was confused about how she got pregnant. She must have been in custody when she got pregnant. So a fourth and fifth child? Because I don't know why everyone would be so confused. Oh, she's pregnant when she got arrested. Why would everyone wouldn't be confused?
In another event, that that the woman claiming to be your daughter Amy, that her father was the person who shot the children. Do you recall that?
No. Not claiming. Everybody keeps saying that I'm claiming this stuff. I'm asking. He is John Budke's friend, Frank. Michael Hart, this man has so many aliases. He's the stalker.
Okay. I think I think I'm catching. Okay, so she didn't get arrested right away. She got impregnated by. I don't think she got pregnant when she escaped. This isn't she might have, but this is not the pregnancy we're talking about. We're talking about she got pregnant from a postal worker on a route, right? So, okay.
He is the stalker.
Wait. So
if you get a newspaper article,
Michael Hart's your
Michael
stalker.
Hart. Yes.
And he's been stalking you since
at least 1984. My first letter from him was from 1984.
Okay. But Michael Hart is Mr. Budke, who is also Mr. Okay.
No.
No, you're messing it all up.
John Budke and John Stevens are the same person.
Okay.
I've seen their photographs.
Okay.
Michael Hart, Eric Jacobson, Frank are all the same person. If you cared to see that, there is a photograph of both of these men in the Statesman's Journal in September of 1987. September 1987, Statesman's Journal. Both John Stevens and Frank have their photographs. Then you will see them. Now you will be able to compare Frank with Michael Hart. They have been trying since 1987, at least, to get me to sign a waiver so that I would sign a media release so they could make a movie. And I refused.
Okay. So.
But using.
Did we hear part of this yesterday? Or am I just hallucinating?
I don't know. It's very hard
Using
to tell because she's
Okay.
the name Michael Hart, using the name Michael Hart did not come up until with photographs, complete with photographs, came up in 2000. Until then, he was using Eric Jacobson, all these other aliases. The same man, same syntax, same everything. In 2000, Michael Hart wrote, sent me photographs of himself, and they were Frank from the Statesman's Journal newspaper. He also recently sent me pictures of himself.
Brian Coburn, I'm not sure what you're saying when you're saying current playlist photographed by Def Leppard, but I've seen your other entries. Does that mean what you're listening to right now? Which I would find it confusing to listen to this and that, but I agree with all your playlist options you've said.
With Rebecca Babcock. And they're definitely father and daughter.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is quite, do you understand that this is quite convoluted?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So-
And that's why when you were asking earlier, I said a light bulb went on. How better to destroy me and convince you, threatening you to keep me in prison is no biggie. But if they can convince you that I'm crazy, even though I have the photographs to prove it, even though I have the letters to prove it, even though I have everything I can to prove it, you have to want to see it in order to be convinced.
Okay, but Ms. Downs, why? Why have so many people over so many years created this very involved, convoluted, tangled conspiracy around the murder of one child and attempted murder of two others? Why are you so critical in this conspiracy that this is so much effort and time and money has been spent on you?
I wish.
Why is that?
I wish you really, 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 really meant that, because maybe you would help me find out, because that's my answer. That's my question. Why?
No, the question is why are you saying all this stuff when it's insane? You're saying, oh, I wish you believed me, because then you could help me find out why it's not insane.
they're trying to get you to help them find out why you're so crazy.
Yeah.
Why me? I'm nobody. I was a shy, naive homebody who worked for the post office. I didn't know anybody. I didn't
and slept with everyone within a 5-mile radius.
Yeah, sure. I was but I was very shy. I was a homebody. I was just getting plowed by major every weekend. I was running up those numbers. My body count is in the thousands at this point. Listen, and I've been in here for 40 years. Can you imagine what that does to me? Look, I need some just can
So
we
much
look
I
up
had to escape for it.
I'll come clean. I don't need to get out. Just bring me some
I'm not a government employee, well, post office, but I'm nobody. Why me? Unless it's personal. But I don't know who it is. All these faces that I see, all the photographs that I see, I don't know those people. So is it somebody they know? I don't know. Is it, I have been known to date a married man or two. Is it somebody's wife? I don't know, and I'm not making allegations.
Listen, I've slept with so many married men. There should be a lot of people out there that hate me. All right.
This is what I say. I don't know. I wish I did know. I keep asking, why? Why my children?
Well, so you really think it's possible that the wife of a man who you slept with back in Arizona?
No.
I'm just saying, you're riffing, saying it.
No.
Could it be somebody's wife? Could it be? Well, then who is it?
A real police officer, one who's actually interested in investigating a case. Not, unfortunately, human nature is that they have a gut feeling and they try to make everything fit into the case. It's just human nature. You can't fault them for it. But A real true investigator gets all the evidence and lets it lead to the answer.
The evidence is you owned a 22 caliber gun. Your children were all shot with a 22 caliber gun. Your story is that somebody came up and instead of shooting you to steal your car without realizing there were children in it, went in to immediately blast all the children and kill them all. Then only managed to shoot you in the arm, even though there's blood spatter on the outside of the passenger door suggesting that you shot your kids outside of the car and then put them back in. And you wanted to pull the plug when they were in the ER, and your daughter named you as the shooter. That's the evidence, and it all fits with you doing this.
Questions are questions that would lead to an answer. Why me? Why my children? Why Michael Hart? Who is Michael Hart? Why Rebecca Babcock? Who is Rebecca Babcock? Why John Budke? Who is John Budke? Who do they know? Who are their friends? That's my questions.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying when I said yesterday. This is all the 9/11 conspiracy kind of track of questioning. Like, oh, well, who had something to gain? Unrelated questions to the evidence that is very easily seen. The planes flew into the building. You shot your children.
They're not allegations. I don't even know these people well enough to make an allegation. What I can show you is physical proof in the form of photographs and documents that prove I'm telling the truth. That you have to want to see it. You have to want to hear it.
Yes.
And to make and
why is Gomorrah?
allow it to make an impact on you. Now, the problem that we're facing right now is that, like Mr. Bailey said, we're not here to retry the case. We're not here to prove my innocence. Your job is to decide whether or not I have a severe personality disorder. Dr. Milky says I do not. Dr. Guyton says I do.
No, they said you do not have a severe psychological disorder. They said you do have a personality disorder.
Do not. So all of these other questions bug you as much as they bug me, but you're not in a position because you're not investigators and you don't have the time and you don't have the resources and you don't have the desire to get the answers. So it's not a judgment call. I'm just saying you don't have the desire to get the answers. So
futuristically fractious. I think she's doing a bang-up job making your case for parole. Yeah, I mean, she is.
It accomplishes nothing. That's Venetia's job. Venetia is getting paid to get the answers, to get the documents, to get the evidence, the irrefutable evidence, to find the answers. And I may go to my grave never having these answers. It's been 42 years and I still don't know all the answers. I don't. I wish I did. But I'm not accusing people. I'm asking questions that I wish other people would ask.
All right. Time out for a second. I'm not accusing people. Remember, the crime is her children were shot. I would be irate at anyone that I believed actually did it. Right? I wouldn't just be like, well, I just want to know what was their involvement. You know, I'm not blaming anyone.
Listen,
I'd be blaming everyone that I thought was involved in it, right? I would say
she tried. It's just that, you know, there are many options.
Well, no, she's naming them, but she's saying I'm not blaming them. I just would like you to look into them. I would frame it as like, look, unless you can prove this person didn't do it, then keep following him. Keep following him.
Some real investigators here, someone who can get to the bottom of this because she's been there 40 years.
Alfie said, for the liquor fund that is needed after listening to this idiot.
Teresa.
Give me an enthusiastic idiot, please. Thank you. Well, I think I just did twice. Such an idiot. What was the term we came up with yesterday? Crime tard? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just do.
Okay. So I guess we do have a copy of a transcript from December 10th, 2010 board hearing where you said,
uh-oh, this ain't gonna be good.
No.
You keep bringing out these transcripts. It never goes well for her.
No, yet she's constantly talking about the transcripts.
Oh, if only you had the transcripts. No, you wait a minute. You're reading from that? No, you don't have that. You don't have that. No way.
Finally got my answers. I'm no longer having to
No, I think I'm. Oh no.
actively pursue and hunt. It's
Sorry, I
allowed me
stepped
to
on that.
become the person I am. December 10th, 2010 board hearing where you said, I finally got my answers. I'm no longer having to actively pursue and hunt. It's allowed me to become the person I am, suggesting that you knew who the killer was in 2010.
Thank you for that. Because do I sound like a person who has all the answers? No. And that transcript.
So listen, Suma, do you understand what she's saying? She said she knew who the killers were in 2010, and she's no longer, frustrated because she knows the answers and she can be at peace. And now, by them reading that out, it's saying, "Yeah, don't I sound crazy that I knew the answers, and therefore I'm not crazy now."
Right.
What you're reading is not real. It's not real.
Okay.
This
Oh, never mind. It's not real.
person that you're looking at right now does not know the answers. If I did, I would be giving you the answers. And I keep asking questions because I don't have the answers.
Okay, I have a question.
Oh, okay.
Tangentially related to something you said. Mr. Bailey was asking you about accountability and what essentially you think your children went through. And you said you hope that one day you will know, they will know what really happened. And there's reference to a website, DianeDowns.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's something your brother runs, is that right?
My dad started it in 2005.
Uh-huh.
He wanted me to help him, and I didn't. I didn't think it would do any good, and I thought it was.
And now we know why they don't have visitation rights. Right? You started a website, DianeDowns.com. No, we're not sending you over there for lunch.
A waste of time. So my dad blundered around because he didn't have all the answers either, and my dad put a lot of stuff on there. I've never read it. I don't know. I'm in here. I don't have access to it, so I don't know what all's on there.
Okay.
After Dad passed, James, my brother, took it up.
We are up to 74 votes. FBI Abe Guys is still in the lead at 36%. Free Horses at 27%. The Stalkers have surpassed Wayne. No.
Well, poor
Good,
Wayne. No,
good
that's
on you, Wayne. Good on you, Wayne.
I thought Wayne was always last. No.
No, he was third before.
Oh.
But yeah, 108 watching, 74 votes. Go ahead and vote in the poll.
And in honor of Dad and in support of me, he continues to maintain the website. When I found that out, I decided, and Michelle, Dr. Guyton, 5 years ago, said she fears that if I get out of prison that I will use the internet and police agencies to try to prove my innocence. That is her only fear. That and vulnerable people. Those are only two fears. So I got together a bunch of transcripts, and
somebody said there's still a free Diane Facebook page. When I was looking for videos, there's actually I don't know if you came across this, Sumit. There's somebody out there that's saying like Diane Downs is not guilty, not narcissistic, right? Like I couldn't tell if it was ironic or not, but it didn't seem to be ironic. So because they were showing all the videos from her siblings who said she's not guilty or whatever.
I mean, who could it be other than her that's saying that?
And I think that channel had more subs than both of us.
Again.
So, given, yeah. It's just crazy what people will believe, or not to be like pessimistic, but like what people will do. They'll do anything for clicks. You know what I mean?
I saw the message about the chat. I don't know. I just tried to turn off the moderation, so I don't know why.
What happened with the chat?
I guess the chat was disabled on my thing.
How?
I don't know.
I saw it earlier.
Yeah, no, it was there, but I changed the I just went in and changed the moderation because apparently, like, now
So you banned people from chatting. Well, you know what? On
no, I didn't.
HearMeowt's channel, we never, we don't infringe on your First Amendment rights. Suma over there, it's like the CCCP centralist. It's like the KGB being like, I'm monitoring everything you're saying.
That's right. Well, someone has to.
Made cover letters, and I put them on the website to show you and to show Michelle that I don't have to be free to use the internet. It wasn't a slap in the face. It was a visual showing of you don't have to be afraid of that anymore. I put on what I wanted to put on. I haven't put anything on there in probably 2 years, maybe 3, because I don't have an interest in the internet. I don't have an interest in going online.
No, I said CCCP, not CCP, didn't I?
People have contacted me. They want to do podcasts to try to prove my innocence. Not interested. None. I had this lady call me, contact me, and she says, nobody even remembers your case anymore. Nobody even knows who you are. Nobody knows anything about the case. We want to do a podcast to refresh people's memories. No, that's the very reason I don't want to do a podcast. No, leave it alone. Leave it alone. So, but the only reason I contributed on it back in 2020 and 2021 was
your pretend son, Detective Wobbuffet. Yeah. You have to do 30 hours of research to figure out what is the question, what needs to be counted. It is so obvious and hilarious. That's why everyone just go watch the Lornography. Stop resisting it. You like true crime. You like that Sue and I talk about stuff. You find us hilarious when we talk about things. I'm telling you, Lornography, the entire series is hilarious. Right, Suma?
Yeah. When Pretend Son wanted a wrench on my channel, you know what happened?
You gave him one?
Yeah.
Well, I hold a higher standard for my view.
You can't just have any idiot.
To show Michelle Guyton and you that there's no reason to fear that. And Dr. Milkey accepted that explanation. If I wanted to put stuff on there, I'd have been putting it on there from 2005. Not interested. I didn't grow up in the tech world like all of you did. I'm still living in the 80s. I don't even know how to use a phone out there. My brother will teach me. My family wants me to come home, and we'll talk about that with my parole plans. But there you go.
So there was a comment, and I'm quite honestly not sure if it was you or your brother who made the comment, that you're hoping at some point your children will see what's on there and be able to access the website. What do you hope will get out to them?
The FBI ABA guys?
Christy told the doctors and the detectives and the nurses.
So Rosa said, Diane has inside knowledge about Building 7. Dwayne is a trained thermite technician. Or not Dwayne. You mean Wayne, I believe. Wayne is a trained thermite technician.
And the psychologist. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. My son told his nurses over and over, that mean man with the gun shot me. That nasty man with the gun shot me. Why did that man shoot me? Those are in the documents. My son, SDD, now says Mom did it. He was 3. He was speaking what he experienced back in 1983 when he said these things to his nurse. He must have heard the man's voice.
I don't have a transcript of this, so can't count it. Sorry.
Now he says, Mom did it. If he could see the truth, would it give him some peace? I know for a fact that Christy still says, and when she was 15, I don't know what happened, but nobody believes her. Nobody confirms for her that what she says is real. They're constantly saying, oh, yes, you do. You're a liar. They're constantly questioning her, what she knows to be true. We now have 2 experts that are willing to testify that CAD really didn't have any memory. It's
So you're gonna have an expert testify that somebody else doesn't have a memory. That's cool. I think she would know if she had a memory or not.
psychologically and physically impossible for her to have a memory. I want my child to know that somebody believes in her. She is validated.
The jury believed in her. The prosecution believed in her. The public believed in her. Everyone believes in her. Nobody is shouting at her, oh, there's that daughter that put her mother in prison.
She told them over for 9 months, my mom didn't do it. My mom didn't do it. Who did it? Not my mom. My mom's not mean. My mom didn't do it.
I don't think she said my mom didn't do it for months. I think she said, I don't remember.
I don't know what happened. My mom is not mean. My mom did it over and over and over. But they kept saying, you're wrong. You're lying. You're repressing. Constantly. And now we have a world-renowned expert that validates CAD, validates my child, so that now she can say, somebody finally, can you imagine the weight that will be lifted off her shoulders if she can finally hold her head up and say, somebody believes me?
Can you imagine the weight that we lifted off her shoulders when she finally is able to say, someone believes me, exonerating my mom?
I mean, she acts like not all these people have all the information that goes completely against this.
He believes me.
Okay.
Okay.
1 moment.
I'm going to use little boy's room. I'll be right back.
I don't have any other questions.
All right, Ms. Brooks.
The vast majority of my questions have already been asked by the previous 2 board members, but I do, in my head, I'm trying to get a better sense of your description of the crimes. Can you tell me, where were your children sitting in the car?
Chris, CAD and SDD were laying down in the back seat. CLD was curled up on the floorboard of the front, in front of the front passenger seat. CAD was behind the passenger seat. SDD was behind the driver's seat.
Okay, so your son was not in a car seat or anything like that?
No, this was the 80s.
Okay.
No.
Okay, because my next question was going to be, and perhaps you've kind of answered this, how did 2 of your 3 children get shot in the back?
They were laying down. SDD was laying. I don't know. He was laying down. They were sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't even tell you how he was laying down. I extrapolated that he must have been laying on his right side, but that's post. I don't know. I didn't see. I don't know.
Okay. So you've told us a pretty concise version of what happened. There was one man who did this. And
but one man that I saw.
Okay,
one man that I saw.
Correct. One man.
There were four different sets of shoe prints at the crime scene, not mine.
All right, hold on a sec.
But your memory.
This is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
She is on record being like, well, they were all laying down, right? How would the guy know that there's kids in the car if they're all laying down behind the seat and in the floor, like footwell? So he approaches her, thinks it's a single woman. Instead of dealing with her, he goes, oh shit, There's kids. Diane, your story is so stupid. I got to back it up, though, because I wanted to hear the last part, which I didn't hear on replay.
Okay,
One man that I saw.
Correct. One man.
There were four different sets of shoe prints at the crime scene.
Okay, well, you only said there was one man there, though. So what is the four prints?
Not mine.
Okay, but your memory, which you've told us repeatedly today, is you saw one man entered your car, one man shot your children, correct? Okay.
Correct.
So a minute ago when you were speaking to Ms. Cleaver, you got a little agitated and said, everyone keeps saying I'm claiming stuff. I'm not, I'm just asking, correct?
Asking.
And that's
correct.
And that's because people have told you, and it's very clear from this record, that you are alleged to have given multiple different versions of what happened over the years. Is that correct?
Incorrect, but kind of.
How's it incorrect? She said you are alleged to have given multiple different records.
Incorrect.
But we have them on tape. And now she's going to say how... I don't think she understands the question.
Depends on your version of over the years.
What?
In my parole board hearings.
Okay. Well, so...
Well, no. In the detective
Depends your
interviews...
version over the years?
For example, in 2010, you said I wasn't changing my story when I gave...
Suma's phone's ringing. Hopefully she gets it. Calls coming from inside the house.
These different events. I was trying to help by...
Why does Suma have a landline? That's the most interesting question I've seen all... That was definitely a home phone.
No, it was actually a doorbell, a buzzer.
Oh.
Mr. Know-it-all.
I thought it was like one of those handsets sitting down there with the big buttons and it's going.
What, repeating things that happened in dreams or that people told you? Is that correct?
It's your doorman downstairs saying, Miss Suma, we have a delivery for you. No. Suma's in the penthouse.
Before the parole board hearings, the story, if that's what you want to call it, was always the same. When I came to the parole board in 2010, I actually believed, there we go. I actually believed that the parole board really wanted to know the truth because your decision will decide whether or not I stay in prison or whether I go home.
Did the doorbell work out?
Yeah.
You got rid of him?
The buzzer, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
You didn't have to lay on the stairs and somebody stepped over you.
Yeah. That asshole.
And so I made the assumption that the parole board wanted to know the truth. And so I told them everything and that they wanted to understand. And so I told them everything that I could conceive of that they would need to know.
I could
because I
possibly
thought you were an
conceive of.
investigative body. And I still think you are.
I'm gonna say it again. Hit like and subscribe to Suma if you're watching over there. If you're watching over here, like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed to Suma, go ahead and click on our channel. Subscribe to immediately today. And if you're not watching from my channel, I guess you can.
Everyone's on your channel now because somehow you managed to disable my chat.
I did not disable anything.
I'm just teasing you.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Alfie. I'm gonna.
You see what I put up with? You see the lies.
I'm not here for a long time.
You're giving some Diane Downs direct lies, being like, look, people want to chat on my channel, but HearMeowt must have disabled my live chat somehow. Even though I have no access to her account, I somehow disabled it.
It couldn't be me in there messing with it.
It could be you in there messing with it, or it couldn't be but there's a letter from I received a letter anonymously, and it said something just like, yeah, HearMeowt's messing with your chat. And I took that letter and I presented it to HearMeowt, but then it got lost in the mail and I couldn't find it. And,
Wayne, yeah, he's secretly working for Wayne and the FBI guys.
Right.
I don't know. I still think you are. I don't know what the parole board's job is. But I had it in my mind because you sent a psychologist to investigate me, and because you asked questions that seemed probing, I assumed that the parole board is an investigative body.
This isn't like Dr. Quincy, MD, who's going to solve the crime based on the body.
I think so.
The parole board isn't out there like, we're listening to cases during the day and solving crimes during the night. If
Yeah,
that was
like-
a TV show, I would find it offensive and I would not watch a single second of it.
But Mr. Bailey today, he actually did. I appreciate that so much, Mr. Bailey, because you made a point to me that sets me straight, which is
Okay, now
the trial is over.
Now everyone is attacking me. Hear Me Out is secretly working with
I think that's
Dwayne.
the only one that's attacking you.
Well,
and that's not
Dwayne,
really
there's no Dwayne. It's Wayne. And then Meowgarita said, "Hear Me Out is a terrorist trying to intimidate
Well,
Suma's dad,"
listen.
which is interesting because I'm also supposedly also Meowgarita. And then
Yeah, I forgot about
Meowgarita
that.
said, "Yeah, Hear Me Out is an FBI ABA guy." I am not an FBI ABA guy.
You are very defensive about that, though.
Methinks thou dost protest too much.
Too much.
I'm not an FBI ABA guy.
What we're talking about today is, do you have a severe personality disorder? And that's it. Because your job is simply to enforce the punishment and not to retry the case. And so this is like an initial, what we're doing today, it's kind of like an initial parole
telling
board
them
hearing.
what they're doing
This
today.
is my fourth one. And each one of them is like an initial parole board hearing. And so initially I thought, like I said,
Oh, that sounds exactly like something an FBI ABA guy would say. Yeah, I know. I'm following my training manual. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you
that
just
it
said
was-
I don't know what.
you were protesting that you're not an FBI guy.
I'm not an FBI ABA guy.
We're in a weird place right now.
a probative body, and so I answered the questions to the best of my ability. Then the next time it happened again, no, the next time it didn't. In 2010, they didn't. We didn't talk about the case at all. But it was two of the members were the same.
Are you able to fix your chat? Do you know what you did?
I don't know. I mean, I tried to take off the like moderation, so it wasn't, because apparently in my chat you can't say anything without the moderators having to like okay it. So, but that's all right.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Stasi level control. She's like, I want ultra moderated unless somebody
I
can
can't
approve
be
it.
Careful in my
Yeah, exactly.
Miss Wheeler and Miss Baker were the same. And so we didn't talk about the case at all in the second hearing. And then in 2010, it was, again, an initial parole board hearing. And so, again, I thought, well, they're probing. They're investigators. They're investigating. And I genuinely, Mr. Bailey, I sincerely and genuinely, I am very thankful because I understand now that I've been misguided by myself, I guess by my hope, because I want answers and I keep hoping that you'll help me get the answers.
So I think I think we're getting off track relevant to my question.
Yeah.
So
All right.
you testified a minute ago that before 2010 your story had always been the same, but the record shows that you told police this was done by one man, you then a bushy-haired stranger, then it said there was two men wearing ski masks, which is clearly not consistent with what you've told us today.
Frank Colbert says I was on Suba's chat and the secret police showed up my door.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
you said you knew who shot the children.
This is
Then
just
you
a
claim-
creepy laugh what she does here.
Your story had always been the same, but the record shows that you told police this was done by one man, you then a bushy-haired stranger, then it said there was two men wearing ski masks, which is clearly not consistent with what you've told us today.
What is?
I don't know.
She-
Really
no.
weird.
But she's laughing at it like it was like that's so stupid. But she's on tape saying it.
Then you said you knew who shot the children. Then you claimed the kids were shot from outside the car.
And I also wanted to mention like the voices of these two other parole hearings besides the guy who's smiling, right? Which I believe was the same guy from 2010, right? These are obviously not the two old biddies from the 2010 hearing where they looked like they were librarians. Like,
Biddies.
I have nothing against old people. I just think it's a funny term. These two old biddies, they're like,
And they kind
Right,
of, I don't even think they were that old, but they did definitely qualify for old biddies.
they appeared old. They dressed themselves up to be much older
were
than they
in
looked if they
costume
weren't that old. Right? And now you've got two younger people that have obviously come out of college in the last 5 years or something, and they're like, wait a minute,
I don't know if they're that young, but yeah. I like to think that the guy who's going for the $1,200, I like to think that he is the guy we saw in the guy we saw in the last one.
Right.
First day year.
Right, I think he's the transfer, and then when they're going in, he's all jazzed and stuff, and they're like, what's going on? And like, you don't understand. We're going to my second Diane Downs hearing. This would have been his third at this point, right? Yeah. Because of 2020, you'd be like, buckle up, son. This he's like, I'm gonna get that $1,200, and they're like, well, that's not fair. You get to ask questions first. I've been here the longest. Yeah. And they're like, okay, well, it's fine. I'll get. And then halfway through the questions, when he's asking her, like, okay, but you said this time, and you said that time, and she's like, I'm just asking questions. And they're like, oh my God. Well, okay, I want to be on a hot take here. Yeah. I know this is going on YouTube. I want to be cool, right? So they.
What was it that he said though that we were like, he's like doing that thing like, I don't think you're a bad person. What did he say to her? I don't remember already.
He said, look. I know you. What did he say? You probably can accept that you did this to your children, but but you know, and that's maybe why you're not confessing. But what do you think of that? And she's like, no, I'm not confessing because I didn't do it because it's horrible.
Really, guys? Really? Yeah.
Though that's obviously in conflict with what you said today. So I helped.
Sassy Kisses, we addressed all the prison escapes yesterday on part 1. Yeah. So go ahead and check out part 1 after this. Yeah. It was a long 6 hours. It was a marathon. It was a marathon.
And I was actually laughing.
Yeah, I was laughing too. It was funny. I, of course, had technical troubles at the beginning because of why not? Because despite how much I prepare for the stream, the universe is against me.
Yeah.
Me understand.
Okay, thank you. Now, see, that is a good question. That I can answer because it's not just out there. Bushy-haired stranger.
All right, I skipped over the question. Let me just back it up.
Knew who shot the children. Then you testified a minute ago that before 2010, your story had always been the same, but the record shows that you told police this was done by one man. You then a bushy-haired stranger. Then it said there was 2 men wearing ski masks, which is clearly not consistent with what you've told us today. Then you said you knew who shot the children. Then you claimed the kids were shot from outside the car, though that's obviously in conflict with what you said today. So help me understand.
Okay, thank you. Now, see, that is a good question. That I can answer because it's not just out there. Bushy-haired stranger was the state's term, not mine.
Really? She's saying that the state made up that she said it was a bushy-haired stranger? Because we heard that on audio tape yesterday, right?
Apparently we didn't. She's going to insist to get the transcripts because that's hogwash.
Our lying ears of her 2 days after the murder saying it was a bushy-haired man.
Sassy Kisses, hi and welcome. Sassy Kisses is new and lived down the road from the prison where this happened.
Welcome, Sassy. Don't forget to subscribe to me and Suma.
Told them, and I gave a composite, and they said,
Detective Wolfman. Okay, what? Exactly.
Diane Down said
every single time she answers, they're like, okay. All right.
I never said that. I have never used the term bushy-haired stranger.
We haven't on audio tape, Diane.
We just heard it.
It was my attorney who later informed me that that is a term that the police throw out so that every other police agency across the nation understands this is our case and not.
Oh, it's a dog whistle. You understand what she's saying? She's saying whenever an agency describes as bushy-haired male, it's code for this is our case. We're setting this person up. Don't bother looking. It's a bushy-haired male. It's diabolical.
Yeah, or nonfiction.
Her case. We've got this, and it doesn't. She's the suspect and nobody else. I did not know that, so I never said bushy-haired stranger. Then
but you did.
The police kept
saying, usually they just say BHS. They're just like, this is a BHS, and then they know. But they said the whole thing because most of the authorities.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's just the acronym of BHS.
Right.
Bushy-haired stranger. Right. Look, we've got our main suspect. Don't anyone look for anyone.
Right.
Look.
Yeah. Have to remember, you're suppressing, you're repressing, you're intentionally lying, you're not remembering. And I told them everything that happened. But they kept asking these questions and trying to undermine my confidence that I remembered everything. And then that would cause me to.
Yeah, it's FBIA guy whistle.
Right.
Oh, okay. No, we don't have to worry about that one.
Have nightmares. And so when I would have a nightmare, I would think that was my unconscious mind unlocking memories that I had repressed. The police said I repressed it, and my parents raised me to believe the police are the good guys. So I still believe the police are the good guys. And so,
but you said you didn't trust them, even though you did trust them, but you didn't trust them while you were not trusting them and did trust them. Diane! The problem is she doesn't have the internet, right? So she can't hear everything she had said before that we can easily listen to, right? So she's just going off her memory, and she's kind of stupid. And so she doesn't remember, oh, did I say that?
Oh.
It's hard enough for us even to keep track when we're listening to this. Like, did we already hear this part? Right?
Yeah, I know. This happened to us with something else too, but I think it was some Sarah, I don't know.
Yeah.
They called me at work and they said, Diane, we need you to come to the police department, to the DA's office. We need you to come down here after work. Okay, we have some information for you. So I would drive, I'd get off work, I'd go drive to meet with Doug and Kurt. And they didn't have any questions. They didn't have any new information. They simply wanted to interrogate me. But
I went down there to pick up my cell phone. They said they were giving my phone back, and I showed up and they were interrogating me.
It was me and Margarita it happened to. We were reading her last letter. Sorry.
It's so Sarah. It's so Sarah with like, no, they asked me to come down for questioning, but they said, no, they're going to interrogate me. I thought I was going down to pick up my cell phone.
We're all going to figure out what, other than this, what the cause of death was. And get my phone.
What's what and how many?
Right. I thought I was going to find out what's what and how many.
Didn't know that. They said they had information. So then I said, well, they said anything.
And then they told me we have to talk about this.
New come up. Do you have any new information? Do you have any? Has some of your memory just unfolded for us? And I said, well, I had a dream and maybe it's my unconscious mind. And there you go.
All right. Last part.
Became the next change of story, but it wasn't a change of story. It's me looking for answers. They told me I had the answers locked in my head, and there's no answers locked in my head. I'm still asking questions. It's been 42 years and I'm still wanting to know the truth. I still want to know what happened. It's just not.
It was a shooting weekend.
Not there. It's nobody wants to give it up. And so then what was the next one? So that was the ski masks. I don't remember the next one that you said.
That you knew who the assailant was, and that the shooting happened outside.
Oh, yeah. That was at the end, because what they said was it was during that one particular meeting when I said, well, I had dreams, and it was two guys in a ski mask, and they said, well, it would take two guys to overpower you. I mean, you are such a big, powerful woman. And I'm like, no, I'm not. He goes, well, didn't you used to fight with Steve Downs all the time? I mean, you could take him on, so surely it would take two men. And I'm like, you would listen to the tape recording. I mean, I'm serious. I'm not just ad-libbing here. I'm telling you what they said.
You are ad-libbing. You ad-libbed during the police interrogation.
And I said, no, I'm not. And then they said, well, you know what we found out is that they were talking about Steve and how Steve had.
You know what I think of when I hear the term two guys and one ski mask, but two guys in a ski mask? I hear about the Jussie Smollett attack back in Chicago.
Yeah, but
This is MAGA country. This is MAGA country, bitch. With their heavy Nigerian accents. This is MAGA country, bitch.
They said, we found out that Steve stole his own car for insurance money. We found out that Steve burned his friend's house for insurance money. Steve admitted to setting your house on fire. And I'm like, oh my God. And so that's when I jumped up and I said, oh my God, I know who did this. I know who did this. I thought it was Steve. I thought they were telling me it was Steve. That doesn't mean I changed my story. That was a progression of an investigation in which they were leading me to a point. I don't know what the point was, but I actually believed that my ex-husband was behind this at that time. And I went back and I thought about it and I said, he was in Arizona. He did not do this. He did not do this.
I thought you'd said in another you said in prior parole hearings that they came to you and said, we know Steve did this. You just got to say it. And you said, no, I want to see the evidence. And they said, no, you got to tell us, or you got to testify that Steve did this. No, I want to see the evidence. I'm not going to, testify against my ex-husband without evidence. And then they said, well, she's not going to play ball. We're going to take away her children forever.
That's right.
So.
Okay. So it's clearer to you now, 42 years later, what happened than it was at the time. That's right.
I know what happened. That's always been clear to me. I know exactly what happened.
Yeah, I shot the kids. Oh, wait. Go ahead.
No, I just can't.
No, she is clear. She knows what happened. She shot the kids.
The way she talks in this, it's like it's actual like gibberish.
No, she shot the kids, and she's been trying to come up with an alternate explanation that people will buy, but they just won't. I've known what the truth is forever. I killed the kids, and I don't want to go to prison for it. That's the truth.
Imagine if she said, I know what happened. I'm trying to come up with a feasible lie so you people will let me the fuck out of here.
She might as well just say it.
She should. She'd be better off.
I've been lying for 40 years because I didn't want to spend my life in prison.
Who wants to be known as the broad who tried to kill all of her kids,
That's never been a question. I don't know why it happened. I don't know who is behind it. I don't know who did it. But I know what happened.
I thought you said it was no, it wasn't.
What?
It wasn't the bushy hair guy.
I told the police that night what happened. My children and I stopped for a stranger on the road. He shot us for no reason other than my sassy mouth. He wanted the car, and I said, you got to be kidding.
I hate how she keeps repeating it the same thing, like the recantation of like, you got to be kidding.
Yeah.
Like if that was
hilarious story.
If that was the catalyst to have your children killed, you would not say it in the same.
You gotta be kidding. This is like a story you tell at cocktail parties. Like that's how she's telling it.
Right. Exactly. You would say to him, I told him you have to be kidding.
Yeah. Also,
I said you have to be kidding. You would not add the emotion. Yeah. Oh God. What are you talking about? Also, why would anyone steal a car?
I don't think you'd say that.
Cars aren't valuable.
Yeah.
Are you pranking me right now? You're going to steal my car?
So you mean to tell me that you, clearly unhinged with a weapon,
you want to steal my car?
You're kidding, right?
Come on.
Yeah, that's not even funny.
With gas prices how they are? Come on. That's insane.
Why
would you want to steal a car?
Kids. And he shot my kids. He came back out. I pretended throwing the car keys because he said he wanted the car. We struggled. Apparently I was shot. I didn't know it at the time. And I went to the hospital and that was it.
Okay.
That has never changed.
The doctor and the police.
Yeah, she went in with the horn honking. She said, I need the doctors. Bring some doctors out of this hospital. Here's the blood type and call the cops.
That has never, ever, ever, ever changed.
Okay.
Yeah, but That's the problem, Diane. It's stupid.
Yeah, that's the problem. And the problem is it has changed, but not to
It has changed,
better.
but even if it didn't change, it's stupid.
Downs, I don't have any more questions.
Mr. Reese?
You're welcome.
Thank you. I just have two questions. When Chair Bailey asked you about the most recent psychological evaluation with Dr. Milkey, you said you disagreed with his diagnosis of narcissistic personality disorder. Why?
Yes.
She did not intentional.
First of all, I think all of us are narcissistic to an extent, the whole world. But narcissism is somebody who doesn't care about anybody else. Everything that they do has a means to an end, which is to gratify some spoken or unspoken need.
So I love how she said, well, no, a narcissist is somebody who doesn't care about anyone else and only cares about themselves. That's not somebody that would kill their children.
Right.
Themselves. I am not.
Let me talk about only myself for the next half an hour.
Yeah.
When people come and say, Diane, I have to run on a ducket really quick. Can you help me? I need to do something. Sure. Can you push my wheelchair? Absolutely. Can you go pick something up from the program office for me, get some paperwork for me so that I can finish this typing? Absolutely. Those are things that I do just spontaneously, without a thought.
Well,
Like,
if you're willing to push someone's wheelchair when they need it, they usually don't have to ask you.
Right.
There's no narcissism involved in that.
No.
He said narcissistic people lack empathy. I empathize. I listen to people all day long. As a porter on my job, people come out all day long and say the things that happen to them during the day. I listen to them.
Well, we know she has empathy because remember when she was asked about how did this crime affect her children, and then the first 10 minutes of the answer were about herself. We know she feels for others.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this whole thing screams empathetic. Yeah, she'll figure it out for them like she almost always does.
I rarely give advice. If they ask for it, I give them the best advice that I can, which is think about what has happened. Don't just jump to conclusions. Just because somebody else is saying something ugly doesn't mean that maybe they're going through something. Those are the things. He says that I don't have remorse. I have remorse. I live with remorse. That is the only thing. I got shingles from remorse.
Shingles.
You don't ever want to get shingles. It's
You
nasty
got
stuff.
shingles probably because you have herpes.
He says that I lack insight. But everything that is pigeonholed in is she lacks remorse because she won't confess. She lacks empathy because she won't confess. She lacks insight because she won't confess. But I didn't do it.
Deborah Lewis, she's the worst pathological liar I've ever seen. Yeah. Yeah, she really is.
Yeah.
So if he pins everything on the fact that I won't confess,
shingles.
if he pins narcissism, which he does in this report, if he roots everything, all of narcissism based in the fact that I won't confess, then.
So, Brosa, I have remorse. I got shingles from remorse. I couldn't tie my shoes for 2 damn months.
The fact that I'm factually innocent means there's no narcissism. He doesn't have any other reason to call me narcissistic. There's nothing in my trial transcript that shows narcissism. There's nothing in my childhood that shows narcissism.
There's so much that shows. This might be the worst lie of all.
This is
every time you're on camera, it's narcissistic.
Question though.
I think my kids were lucky. I couldn't tie my shoes for a damn month, and it still hurts. I'm gonna have a plate in my arm.
My kids are
dead.
the lucky ones.
They're dead. They're the lucky ones.
I cared for my siblings when they were coming up, the same way my mom cared for her siblings when they were coming up, because I learned from my mom.
Who else would lie
we
about
their
father abusing them?
Yeah.
Only an empath.
Mm-hmm.
I crochet blankets for children and veterans hospitals. I don't have to do that. There's a lot of people who don't, because nobody ever knows. You wouldn't have known if you hadn't asked. So it's not something I do. And I approach 500 blankets. They call me the machine. So, and I could approach
The machine.
Well, that's what they called her where her husband worked.
Oh, okay.
crochet one
The gang machine.
BJ machine.
blanket, got a chrono, that would have been in my e-file, but I crocheted 500 blankets. And I do it simply because it's the right thing to do, because I care about veterans of foreign wars. I care.
Oh my God. She's very Nancy Nambro.
Veterans of Foreign Wars, though, Lauren, Wounded Warrior Project. They all crisscross. They all align.
About children whose homes are burned down or there's a tornado. So that's not narcissism. Those are not narcissistic traits. He labeled them. Finally, somebody for the first time ever gave me a list, because I told him I don't even know what narcissism means. He labeled in his report.
We know that. We know that you don't know.
Yeah, he told me the list of stuff, so now I'm gonna recite how I'm not that list of stuff.
What it takes to be narcissistic and why he felt that it was. I don't fit any of those categories, and that's the reason I take exception with that. I take exception with that one because of that.
So two of the factors that he noted in his diagnosis are a pervasive pattern of grandiosity and a need for admiration.
Right.
Do you see that in yourself?
Well, I haven't seen that.
I'm just gonna take a guess that she does not see that in herself.
I do not. I think, I don't know. I would have to ask him why he said that.
Because you believe the entire government is set up to frame you. That would be grandiosity. That's one. Let's just start with that one. You think this is a grand conspiracy of all the government agencies to put you in prison, despite you not knowing anything. You weren't a CIA analyst that had some inside dark secrets. You weren't working on the Manhattan Project, and we got to keep you silenced. You were a postal worker
And a criminal, and all criminals think that there's some grand scheme against them.
right? Because they cannot accept the fact that they're just not important and just evil.
Anything else?
Probably because there was a movie and a book, but I didn't do those. I did everything I could to avoid a movie and a book. I did not talk to the author of the book because I didn't want a book. I didn't talk to the script writer of the movie and I didn't sign a release. So I don't know why they think that I want to be in the front pages. I did allow the media to talk to me when I was young. Right after I got arrested, I did talk to the media, but it was because I couldn't see my children. It was the only way that I could tell them I love them, that I wanted them to know that I didn't just walk away from them. I wanted them to know, I love you, I miss you, I want you to be okay. But none of that ever hit the TV screen. And so I stopped talking to them. But I didn't talk to the media because I wanted to be on TV. You should look. My hair was always a mess. I certainly wasn't doing it to be glammed up. There were no false eyelashes. There was no high heels. It wasn't like that. I just wanted to get a message to my kids that your mommy still loves you. And that never hit the TV. And so I stopped talking to them. So grandiosity, I think one of the reasons is the vice chair. I'm bad with last names. I'm sorry. That's why I use first names all the time. The vice chair said that this all sounds really crazy. Everybody hates you. Well, that's his perception and your perception, but it's actually true, and I don't know why. But just because I'm aware of it doesn't make me grandiose.
Yeah, we're gonna watch that at the end here after this is the last of the transcript. This is the last of the parole hearing audios, and we're gonna hear a call that Suma brought up, and then we're gonna watch the Oprah Ann Rule Diane interview.
No, she stopped talking to the press, is what she means.
It makes me alert. It makes me aware that I have an enemy. I just don't know who it is. It doesn't mean that, I'm...
Everyone. Everyone hates you, Diane. You should just come up with that. Like, everyone hates me. Why would they not come against me? Right? You're trying to pigeonhole it into like government actors, right? But everyone hates you, Diane.
So
Sub Rosa
important.
says the whole operation is being funded through a Swiss bank and an anonymous handler.
Yes, exactly. An anonymous guy.
That somebody hates me. I'm not. I'm nobody. I was a mailman.
We know.
That's all I was. And a mom. And a sister. And a daughter.
Yeah, we are watching Oprah tonight at the end. Yep.
I wasn't important. So. Yeah.
Okay, last question for you. You wrote a letter to the Eugene office of the FBI,
FBI.
May 28th, 2020. And you wrote in that letter, in 2010, the Oregon Director of Corrections wrote a letter to me. He said he'd received instructions from an external agency directing the outcome of my 2010 parole hearing.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still believe that?
He did.
Yeah, okay.
I still have a letter.
And I asked because
why don't you turn over the letter, Dan? Oh, you don't have it?
throughout today's hearing, you've said the things you've said were not allegations, they were questions. But so you would agree that this is an allegation.
Well, it's not an allegation. I sent him the letter.
So
I sent him the letter. I said, the Director of Corrections sent a letter to me saying that your upcoming parole board will be handled by somebody else, and we are receiving
It's not an allegation to say, to send in a letter saying I got a letter saying this. That's not an allegation. No, Diane Downs sending in the actual letter, that would be a question. Being like, hey, can you explain this?
Yeah. But
that
why
would be a
send an
question.
actual letter? That would be ridiculous.
instructions on how to handle it. And by who? You don't tell the Director of Corrections what to do. And it wasn't from you guys. Somebody outside of him was directing his conduct. He says, we are being instructed on how to conduct your parole board hearing. And I didn't understand what that meant. And I wanted to understand who more important than Oregon could do this. So, yes, every citizen in America has a right to ask the FBI to investigate something. That doesn't mean they're going to do it, but I have a right to my legal counsel, and I didn't have an attorney. I didn't have anybody that could find out.
Little boy's room again.
Controlling,
right back.
who is causing the Director of Corrections, Oregon Director of Corrections, to write a letter to me. First of all, why would you even tell me that? Why would he even tell me that? Why not just do?
He took everything with him. Typical man. Ruh-roh. Hi, Teffy. Hi, everyone. I didn't get a chance to say hi to, which is almost everyone.
Because nothing ever. Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
you peeing on us? Don't do that.
Can you hear me? Or can you see me? Oh.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm
And
behind the
see you.
window over here. Because nothing ever can go right for me. I could never have nice things.
No, I know.
My computer, as soon as I got up to go to the little boy's room, the guy's room,
Yeah.
the vape slid off and hit the computer, which jarred it into saying, hey, I need a restart, obviously. And it's saying this PC needs to be repaired. What the hell? Okay, no, let me just try and boot it down and start it up again.
Okay.
So how have you been lately, Sima?
I've been well. Thanks for asking. Carolina, the chat was disabled on my channel for some reason because, hey, Brian.
Stasi.
Because I went in to try to fix the settings to make them no moderate, so that you don't have to do anything over there. But instead it turned my chat off because I too can't have nice things.
I think what frustrates me the most is I try to do as much pre-planning on technical stuff and pre-avoidance, and the fact that I still get technical problems like
Yes.
audio and that kind of stuff. It is just so frustrating. I'm like, how can I avoid it? I'm Googling, I'm looking up everywhere. How do
Me
I
too.
avoid this problem? And it's just like, well, just do this, and it's never just.
And
that.
I do it, and then I think it's better, but then something else is busted. I know.
We might not be getting it coming back up. Hold on.
Right.
It's done a bad boot loop now twice.
Uh-oh.
Are you able to share? Well, we were almost at the parole hearing, and are you able to share
Maybe
your
Let's see.
video?
Oh yeah, the other thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see.
It's not looking good for this PC.
Okay. Hold on.
It's giving me the blue screen of death twice on reboot, saying we can't enter this. I dropped the phone. 1 second. Saying we can't enter the boot environment. Thank you, everyone, for sticking with us.
Okay, I've got this.
All right. Are you able to share the screen?
I said share the screen, so I should be sharing it, and it's giving me stop sharing. So
I have to bring it up somehow. How do I share? Can I not share from mobile here? Oh, wait. Yeah. There we go.
great. Something worked.
There we go.
Oh, I guess I should play it. Hang on.
My computer's back up.
Oh, good.
Yeah, play it. And I'm going to use the little voice room now. Okay.
All right.
She won't be here till Thursday.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll leave the message anyway.
Okay.
Okay. Would you tell her that Nick Knickerbocker called?
This is the boyfriend.
N-I-C...
K-N-I-C.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
K-N-I-C-K-E-R.
Okay.
D-O-C-K-E-R.
Okay.
And I'm in Chandler, Arizona, and I'd like to talk to her. So in case she calls, before Thursday, I'd like you to give her that message, please.
Okay. She has your number and everything?
Yes, she knows how to
Okay.
get in touch with me.
All right. I'll get the message to her.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Diane?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
I had a couple questions I wanted to ask you.
All right.
Okay. I got to have an alibi for that night.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. They already told me.
They're bluffing. They tried that with some of my friends here, too. You worked the day before and you worked the day after, right?
Yeah.
There's no possible way you could have been here.
Well, I know that.
That's all you need.
All right. You can hear me, right?
Well, they don't think so, Diane. And I don't, I
are
already
you
had
able
to
to
talk
pause
to
it?
them once, and now they're back again, and they're talking
You're in
about...
Arizona right now?
I have the Knickerbocker call with the background sound reduction.
Okay.
So Do you know how far we were into it?
It just started.
There's no possible way you could have been here.
What have you...
I called you as post office. I didn't know how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, that's-
Well,
Ow, damn it. No, Suma, I did not mean to kick you. Suma, come back.
Diane?
Yeah.
Suma, come
Hello.
back.
Hello.
Suma,
I had a
come
couple
back.
questions I wanted to ask you.
All right.
Okay.
You did not present me with the...
What have you...
I called you as
Suma,
post
come
office. I
back.
didn't know how to get a hold.
Suma, come back. Suma, come back. I hate Suma. I hate it. Suma, come back. She's not going to know. She's not going to see that it... Suma, I'll send you another link. Hold on. Thank you, everyone, for bearing with us. All right. Oh, I heard the ding. Okay.
Hi.
I don't know it. For some reason it showed your video as you, and I was like, oh no, remove the video because I'm playing this video. You
And
know?
then they just sent me away.
Yeah, I was like, oh well, no, kick the video, and then it's like Suma is gone.
Yeah.
Luckily, I didn't click ban.
Well, that's why I figured you'd call. That's the only place you could call.
All right.
Listen, what have you told the police about me?
Nothing.
Well,
Nothing.
you must have told them something, because I got to have an alibi for that night.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. They already told me.
They're bluffing. They tried that with some of my friends here, too. You worked the day before and you worked the day after, right?
Yeah.
There's no possible way you could have been here.
Well, I know that.
That's all you need.
Well, they don't think so, Diane. And I don't, I already had to talk to them once, and now they're back again, and they're talking about...
Right now?
Well, I guess they called me. I'm supposed to go see them on Tuesday and take a lie detector test.
Don't do it.
Well, I got nothing to hide.
I know you have nothing to hide. It's a matter of principle.
Well, I don't
This is like the
I
major.
don't like the cops bothering me, Diane.
Donna Adelson, right? Don't talk to the FBI.
Yeah.
Why not? Why wouldn't I talk to them? Now you don't know anything anyway.
I know. They're trying to pin this on me, and I didn't do it. And, I don't know, there's a whole lot of stuff up in the air right now. I can prove that I didn't do it. That's why they're trying to pin it on somebody else. They're so sure that I was part of it that they're going to try to pin it on somebody else.
No, makes no sense.
They're bluffing.
Wait. You're saying just because they know that you did it, like, well, shit.
No, they know that she didn't do it.
No, I thought they know. Okay,
I think she said they know I didn't do it.
All right, yeah. Let me.
That's why they're trying to pin it on. They're trying to pin this on me, and I didn't
They're trying to pin it on me,
Mm-hmm.
do it.
and I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. There's a whole lot of stuff up in the air right now. I can prove that I didn't do it. That's why they're trying to pin it on somebody else.
Now,
That's what I'm saying. They're trying to pin it on her, but they're like, damn it, we can't pin it on her. Let's pin it on somebody else.
I guess, but that doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, it does to her in her narrative. Like, what she believes is that a large percentage of people are stupid. And there is a large percentage of stupid people.
There are, but not as stupid as her.
Not as many as she would need.
Right,
So
and they're not
sure.
as stupid as she would need.
Yeah.
That I was part of it.
I mean, Casey Anthony got lucky that a majority of the stupid people got on that jury, but
that they're going to try to pin it on somebody else.
Well, Casey Anthony got lucky that
They're
the state
bluffing.
was too comfortable.
yeah, I guess. I don't care. I'm on that jury. I'm still voting guilty. I'm voting guilty every time. I don't.
Yeah, but when you're like they always press. They're like, don't forget, it has to be beyond a reasonable doubt, and
yeah, I would say there's no reasonable doubt of why you would.
Yeah,
but I know there's no reasonable doubt of why you would lie about this job, and you get caught in every lie. And your trunk smells like a dead body, and you didn't know where your daughter. You didn't care where your daughter was. That's beyond reasonable doubt. You did it. I don't care if I don't know how you did it. You did it.
They thought she did it. They just didn't think that it was proven beyond a reasonable doubt.
I know, because they're stupid.
Yeah.
No, but even that statement. Well, I thought she did it, but they didn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt how she did it. Well, what?
He'll thank you as soon as he stops.
What?
Start off, Kim.
No. But I mean, I'm like, what? You believe she did it, but they didn't prove how she did it?
It's not like we're talking about just somebody who, killed someone in self-defense, or I mean, she. Ugh.
That would have worked. That would have worked if they said, "Hey, I believe she was stabbed to death. I just don't know that it was her that stabbed her." Right? That's reasonable doubt.
And
right?
It's traumatized all of us.
But I believe she killed her daughter, but I don't know how.
Yeah.
Does it matter how at that point? Does it matter?
Well, apparently.
Kim Calta, starter fund for HearMeowt's new PC. Well, I really love this PC. It's very good. It's just the memory. I can't get. Basically what's going to happen. I'm going to have to it's very technical. I'm going to have to upgrade from AM4 platform to AM5 Ryzen because there's no other solution on this, and then I would have to get new RAM for that. So we're talking about like $800 to $900. So I mean, it's not.
Okay, so not only is he not saying thank you.
No, I am saying thank you. I'm just saying like,
not going to cut it, Kim.
No, I'm just saying like, it's. I understand. Okay, whatever.
Well, they're certainly not going to pin it on me.
I know you didn't do it. And you don't have to take a lie detector. They can ask you can refuse, and there's no way they can make you take one. I've talked to my attorney about that. They asked another friend of mine here to do it. They accused us of having an affair, this friend of mine and me.
I would say pro-burgers don't understand a lot more than reasonable doubt. They don't understand like evidence. They don't understand logic. Like they're one of the people like, well, unless I was there, I'm not going to believe it was how it happened.
And he was on a fishing trip when I got shot. And they were suggesting that he was the one that shot me. And he said, no, I was on a fishing trip. And he had 3 witnesses to prove it. They still wanted him to take a lie detector, and he said, no, I won't do it. I don't have to prove to you that I was on a fishing trip. And you don't have to prove anything either.
Elfie says, hear me out as a gamer. Ryzen would definitely be the best, but definitely also
very expensive.
Very expensive right now, but it's life-changing law. Upgrading my gaming rig and chef's kiss. No, I'm on AM4. I'm on Ryzen. I'm on excuse me while we discuss the nerd talk in a second. I'm on AM4. I'm on the 5900X 12 core. The problem is the RAM I have to run at 1600 megahertz where I'm trying to fire up 128 gigabytes. I cannot find RAM kits that are XPM rated for this because this kit is rated for XPM 16 CL, which I'm trying to run at, and the computer keeps failing. My son is on AM5. That's what I built his PC at. So I would have to upgrade to AM5 motherboard, which I get is my next path. But that's what I'm saying.
They will try to ask
everyone like that nerd out.
Yeah, that was hot.
You don't understand how AM4 versus AM5 work right now?
Yeah, I know. I get it.
A lot of things of you that are absolutely useless and senseless. They'll try to drag you through the mud. They're going to try to make you look like a creep. They're going to try to make me look like a creep. And they're blessing. I wish you had not. It's been 6 weeks now, and I wish you knew what I was going through. And then you'd understand what I'm saying. And
She's so empathetic.
Don't take the lie detector because you're giving in to them.
Well, I got nothing to hide, Diane.
Neither does anybody else.
Well, so I might as well take it. Just get it over with. That clears me.
You may if you want. I'm glad you called. I need somebody to talk to.
Thanks, Chris.
I was thinking about you real bad last night. Just need somebody to talk to again. How's everything?
Nothing changed.
That's good. Things have changed a lot for me.
Yeah, I can imagine so.
I have a steel plate in my arm.
She's so empathetic. She has not mentioned her children and how they're doing
Nothing
or
I
any
can
of
do
that.
about that.
Oh, I know. The scar won't be very bad. It'll probably be going away already. I get to go back to work next week. Chrissy's in a foster home. The state won't give her back. I haven't seen her for over 2 weeks. And I haven't seen Danny in almost 2 weeks. I haven't seen him either. So, needless to say, I'm going to be suing the hell out of everybody.
You're going to be doing what?
Suing them.
Oh.
As in $6 million.
Okay.
All right.
I said okay.
You're a customer. I'm going to win this one. They have, you wouldn't believe what it's like here. Going into the store and little kids. One little kid grabbed his friend and said, "Hey, look, there's that lady." And he says, "What?" He says, "Look, there's a lady that shot her kids." They've totally destroyed my character for something that I didn't do. I've been on TV and in the newspapers almost every single day since it happened. They continually throw suspicion on me instead of the person that really did it. They've kept my kids away from me. They interrogated Christy while she was in ICU. They killed Cheryl. Cheryl was alive when we got there.
I hate this part because in earlier interviews she goes, "I thought Cheryl was almost dead," you know. So then when they told me that Christy was dead, I was like, "Wait a minute! I thought it was Cheryl. Cheryl had to be dead." Now she's saying Christy was alive when I got there, and they killed her. What a piece of human garbage!
She
What?
said Cheryl was alive. I don't know.
No. She said Cheryl was alive, but then you know, she died. Right? She was alive when we got there.
Right. Thanks to the quote unquote doctors.
TV and in the newspapers almost every single day since it happened.
Backed it up a little.
They continually throw suspicion on me instead of the person that really did it. They've kept my kids away from me. They interrogated Christy while she was in ICU. They killed Cheryl. Cheryl was alive when we got there. So, anyway.
Yeah, Cheryl was alive when we got there, meaning after we got there, she died. So, hospital. Chicken Shite says $2. Can I get a Bromigo? My husband finally fell asleep.
Chicken
Okay,
Shite is ready to celebrate. Thank God he finally.
We won't do the whole thing, but part of it. I do like that song.
So good.
It's nothing big. It's just a lawsuit. One that I can win hands down.
Oh, she's going to sue the hospital. Hands down, she's going to sue the hospital. She can win it hands down with the lawsuit. Mm-hmm. I shot my child and you did not save them.
But I'm sorry they're doing this to you. I wish there was something I could do, but I can't say anything to them to stop them from what they're doing.
Well, I just wanted to know what you know.
What did I tell them? I told them nothing about you except the truth.
Yeah, well, that's what I told them.
That's all. Told them that we were together, you were considering marrying me, surprise, surprise, and that you were going to move to Oregon and apply for a job here, and that my dad wasn't holding a position open for you. There was merely an opening, which you had as the same opportunity as anybody else to apply for. And then you changed your mind. And it wasn't because of me, and it wasn't because of the kids. It was because of Charlene. That's all I told him.
Charlene? Who's Charlene?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's basically all I wanted to know.
All right. Well, I'm not going to say anything. Never mind.
His wife. His wife.
How's the weather?
Oh, gotcha.
Just like it always is in June or July or whatever the hell month it is.
You're in July now, Nick.
Okay.
It's hot.
Yeah.
She fucked up his life,
That's your
but
jungle rot.
Nothing serious.
Yeah. I intend to come out for a visit sometime
Cheryl.
when this is over. I don't know when I get my kids back. I'm trying next week to get them back again, and then the next week, and about the next week. So, right now I guess there's nothing to say except I'm lonely. I have to be real careful who I talk to and what I say and where I go.
Well, it don't look good for you, Diane. I mean,
Understatement of the year. It don't look good for you, Diane.
Charlene is automatically not nice.
Oh my God. Ryan Coburn, you understand that I hate that song. No, I hate that lead singer. Lips of an Angel is a good song, but the lead singer is such a douche.
I hope you're happy, Brian.
I know it doesn't look
That song, thank God.
A guy who is cheating on his girlfriend
Guy.
with somebody else's girlfriend. A total douchebag.
good, but
I just,
It's really good to hear your voice saying my name. It sounds so sweet. Coming from the lips of an angel. Hearing those words, it makes me weep.
One of the mods kick Brian out now, please.
Paul, that I
No, don't kick
you.
Brian.
well,
Just do you remember me and bear me in your mind, let all the world say what they may speak of you and fine.
mm-hmm.
I don't care how it looks. I have physical.
It's really good to hear your voice tonight. Honey, why you calling so late?
evidence. There's no way in hell I could have done that.
Does he know you're talking to me when it's time to fight? I gotta whisper 'cause it can't be too late or too loud. Well, my girl's in the next room. Sometimes I wish she was you. I guess we'd never really moved on. Douchebag.
Do you want to know why? Do you want me to tell you why?
Why?
I'm saying, Brian.
Because what happened was somebody shot us.
Yeah, you should personally apologize to everyone for doing that.
Which means if I had done that, there's supposed to be some kind of
It's not even the first stream this has happened on.
something I
No,
can
I'm
handle,
far
residue of
from
some
it.
sort.
Powder burns.
Okay, when you fire a gun, something like that, I guess. I did not have that. So they said, they checked me, they asked me if I had washed it off. I didn't. Also, they sprayed something on the inside of my hand to see if I fired a gun or held a gun. That proved negative. I did not hold a gun. Also, that stuff doesn't wash off, from what I understand. There's no way I could have washed it off.
Wait.
And even if I had done that and shot the kids and washed my hands and the whole bit, which I couldn't do because my left arm was hanging down. It was absolutely useless, just hanging there. So try to wash the back of your hand with one hand.
It's impossible. Because her arm was hurt.
Even if I had shot the kids in the whole bit.
Well, it can't be done. And then I'm supposed to have disposed of a gun. I don't know how. I guess they say that I must have buried it or something. And in all this amount of time, Cheryl was shot through a main artery, right by her heart. It doesn't take very long for a 7-year-old to bleed to death when she's shot in that place. And yet we all made it to the hospital, which was 15 minutes away, and we were all alive.
What, so she wasn't really shot in the artery? Diane!
She thinks she came up with such a good plan that there's no way they can prove it was her.
Look, she should have died earlier, and she didn't. Therefore, not guilty.
There's absolutely no way in hell that I could have done everything they said and still made it to the hospital on time as far as disposing of the evidence, washing my hands, the whole bit.
And they say
There's
she's
no way.
not empathetic.
What?
They say she's not empathetic.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's why they're trying to pin it on somebody else.
Well, you had a 22, I know that.
Here we go.
Yes, I did. And Steve got it back.
Steve's got it back?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
When, I want you to think about this because I know they're going to ask me, do you remember when you saw that 22?
I saw that 22 at your trailer, and I saw it before you left for Oregon.
2 weeks before I left, correct?
Oh, hell, Diane. You were packing the day before you left. You had the back of the car.
No, Nick, think about it. I had a microwave, and I had a TV, and I had a whole bunch of stuff. The day that you saw that 22, I opened my trunk up, and my trunk was empty, was it not?
Except for the 38 and the 22.
Exactly.
That's not good.
Nope.
But when my parents left for Oregon 1 week before I left, my mother and I put the microwave in my trunk on a Saturday, I believe.
Diane, you didn't have no damn microwave. The last week you were here in the back of your car?
Yes, I did.
Diane, I drove the car. You
I
have
know.
no damn microwave in it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, whatever.
Dog.
You didn't have a microwave in it.
All right.
I drove the car, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Everyone
that's
says
neither
to
here
her,
nor there.
Yes, that means a lot.
You had the 22 the night before you left.
No, I didn't.
Okay. You had it
Okay.
in the back of your car in that goddamn case.
I had it in the car at least 2 weeks. It was about a week and a half before I left. I will agree with you. Steve took it back. You said you didn't want it. Do you remember I offered to give it to you?
Yeah.
No, she agrees it was in there weeks before, not the night before.
Right.
And she will not admit to owning or not having a microwave.
Or the gun for that. Right. That she seems to be quite a bone of contention.
I did not have a microwave. Yes, I had the gun. I didn't have a microwave.
Said you did not want it. I
Right.
fine.
And you gave it to Steve?
Yes.
When?
A week and a half before I left.
Okay. I guess I'm blind, huh?
You're not.
Well, anyway, that's, I'm not a judge and jury. I ain't got nothing to do with this shit.
Yes, you are. Anything that you answer in that way, prove. See, like I said, Miss, think about it. There's no physical way I could have done it. Therefore, they're trying to pin it on somebody that I know.
Well, there is a physical way it could have been done by you.
And if you tell them that, and it's not true, they're going to be sure that somebody knows something. You understand?
Well, I'm...
When somebody knows something, somebody said this about something else. Somebody came to me and said this thing happened with this other person. Like all these specifics.
understand what I saw, Diane. I mean, shit.
No, but you recall.
And then she calls back to that later, or she'll call back to that in later interviews. Be like, did I not say then that somebody called me about something? This is what I'm talking about with this call.
When you saw it.
Yeah, in the back of your car.
I know for a fact.
You had to have it, otherwise you couldn't have offered it to me.
I know. I offered it a week and a half. Never mind.
I don't want to argue.
I don't either.
She thinks this is like a lover's spat.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry for everything that's gone down.
Well, it's just the breaks.
I know. But it's not fun. I don't know, it's unusual. Everybody knows me wherever I go.
Well, I imagine so.
And it's kind of...
Keep your ass off TV.
Huh?
Keep your ass off TV.
I have to go on TV. I have to tell them the truth because the cops won't listen.
Okay, whatever. Well, listen, I got to go. I'm catching
You
a
wrote a
flight
letter
to
to
Texas in a little bit.
I'm blanking right now. What's the other case where the person had like a bunch of recorded phone calls, or letters or something? Like,
Corey Richards had letters.
no, it's been one that's been litigated, like where they were just going on the phone all the time.
Well, the Adelsons.
Oh. Adelson. Yeah. No. It's Dahlia DiPolito. She was always on the phone. Like, she was just
wait to get herself
constantly on the phone.
She also got pregnant and whilst
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
Well, I'm just going down there for the week.
Well, yeah, Sharilla also had tons of calls, but that was like post. That wasn't introduced as part of her evidence.
Okay.
Yeah, the walk the dog letter, Sabrosa. Yep.
Yeah.
For Corey Richards.
So when are you supposed to take the test?
Next week sometime.
Oh no, what I'm thinking of is the drunk driver. Remember that drunk driver?
Oh yeah, Jamie
that killed the newlywed couple. Right?
Yes.
And on her calls with her parents, like the video recording, be like, "Dad, they're trying to put me in prison forever. I can't be in here." Like,
bad things happen to good people, Pumpkin.
Bad things happen to good people. But God must want me to be in here.
That's right.
I don't know. Sure, whenever they call me back, tell me to come down and do it.
Don't do it.
Diane, I'm not lying to anybody.
I know you're not, Nick. Would you listen to me and think rationally? If you were at work the day before and the day after, there's no way in hell that you could have gotten up there and done that.
Okay, so there's no reason why I shouldn't take the lie detector test.
There's no reason you should think.
Ellie, be God's will.
Mm-hmm. And they're trying to get something out of you. I don't know what. Perhaps, you want to know what it could be?
What's that?
What could it be?
That maybe Charlene did it.
No, Charlene didn't do it.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, damn it! I was hoping for that.
Shit.
Shit.
Meanwhile,
I was really hoping the child that died did it.
Yeah. No, that I think he means his wife. No.
Oh, is it Charlene?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I
the
keep
letter-
confusing that.
Yeah, it is confusing. The letter he wrote her, telling her, like breaking up with her,
Oh,
basically.
it's Cheryl. Cheryl is the daughter who died. Charlene is his wife. Okay, got it. Yep.
It was a very thoughtful and kindly written letter, I thought. Actually, I was impressed by it. I mean, you can't tell. I mean, hearing him now, he's done. I mean, this destroyed everything he had going on in his life. And also, she killed children. All of it is bad. And he's like not tolerating her.
Yeah, but I mean, if I was his wife, I would have been like, "This is the strange you went after with Skeletor."
Yeah, really? First of all, she has a mustache. I would divorce him immediately just because of that. I was like,
"Yeah, you're attracted to mustache Skeletor."
Mustache Skeletor. Why am I even hang? I'm washing your socks, bro. Like,
it's just you're not attracted to normal people at this point.
I mean, at this point now,
if you can be seduced by this Skeletor, bearded Skeletor, you are so vulnerable. Like I can't be around you anymore.
I have no respect for you now.
You're gonna see a boob and you'd be like,
and forget it. What if he's a diversity boob?
Yeah, a diversity boob. Yes. I don't have it as an overlay, but I can show Mr. Penis and Miss Vagina. And
friends.
He is
Miss
Knickerbocker is Mr. Penis. Everything. I need some vagina.
Me.
And how did they know that?
Because I was at a bar that night.
Oh, dear.
Wait, how do they know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
How do they know what,
Then
though?
why do you have to take the wolf?
Well, why not?
It's a
If I say no, it looks like I'm trying to hide something. And I ain't.
I mean, he knows the police set him up to this. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
My friends here that they accused me of having an affair with him, and that he helped me do this horrible thing.
No, these calls also remind me of Lori Daybell with speaking to her sister and stuff and being like, where are the children? She's like, they are safe. They're protected. Like, what are you talking about?
I love
They just found bones in your boyfriend's backyard. She's like, I can't explain this right now. Like, go to hell, Lori. You killed them. They're dead. You know what happened. You weren't there. I know what the media wants you to believe. Like, go to hell, Lori.
He refused to take the test, and they've left him alone, and now they're chasing you.
Well, they won't chase me very long. I'll just tell them what I know, and that'll be over with.
Hey.
I don't like fooling with those people. Just get it over with, and it's done. Okay, well, I got to boogie to the airport.
All right. I miss you.
Yeah.
I miss
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I love you. And he says,
I thought she said, I miss you, but he was like, yeah.
I thought she said, I love you. Hold on.
Just get it over with, and it's done. Okay, well, I got to boogie to the airport.
All right. I miss you.
Oh, okay. It's I miss you. Okay. Got you. Yeah.
Thank you for returning the call.
No problem.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care of yourself.
Yep.
He's actually
Bye-bye.
a nice guy.
Bye.
Oh, then she said, I love you, I think.
Oh, did she?
I think so.
All right. Well, the last feature of tonight, we're going to watch the Oprah interview, which was great as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Suma over here along with myself.
You just don't learn, do you?
What?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
I said, Brian Coburn, you just don't learn, do you?
No. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but we're so this
he just mentioned a song, that's all.
Blame It on the Boogie by Jackson 5. No, that's my alarm song. I already know Blame It on the Boogie.
Everyone knows Blame It on the Boogie.
Blame It on the Boogie. It's I hate it now because it's my wake up alarm. And we'll switch over when I got my sound leveled clip coming out here in 23 seconds. But I love how big Oprah's hair is.
On May 19th, 1983.
Look at Ann Rule. And I wanted to say, I realized this the other day. Like, Ann Rule's from the Northwest, from Seattle, right? And there were so many serial killers around when I was growing up. In my area, right? We had already been the home of Ted Bundy, right? But we had, when I was growing up, like coming into my years above 10 years old, right? We had the Green River Killer going on actively. We had serial murders in Bellevue and other places going on actively. It was just a crazy, like the idea of a serial. Where'd Suma go? Suma dropped off or something, I guess. That wasn't me. But what I'm saying is okay, Suma's back.
Yeah.
The idea of a serial killer was so normalized for me. I would watch the MacGyver episodes where they're like, MacGyver hunts a serial killer. And I'm like, yep. And I'm like a serial killer. Like they're all killer. It was like all killers are they're serial killers. All of them they're all serial killers. It's just a thing out there. It was just such a weird place to be at the time, in terms of growing up. Plus being at the center of the grunge rock movement. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird connection.
I think
But believes that you suffer from
What?
I think there are just as many serial killers now.
No, but what I'm saying is, to me, every killer would be a serial killer.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
because it was always serial killer. We had like the Unabomber come back at the time with the letters, and my mom would be getting packages. She's throwing them up at the door. I didn't fully understand the Unabomber story at that point, but then I after like one or two times, I was like, Mom, you're not an industrialist. Nobody's mailing you a package bomb. And she's throwing these packs, and then she'd open up. She's like, oh, it's a glass nativity set. I'm like, what? Throwing it at the door probably it kind of broke it then, right? Like, what are you talking about, Mom? You are not an industry tycoon.
You just can't be too careful.
Personality disorders. She's a former policewoman and a best-selling crime writer and
Robin, the ADR Pro said, I was listening to a woman who claims there was something in the water in the Pacific Northwest that caused it. No, well, I mean, maybe, but I'm a firm believer in the fact that the rise of lead in the population, lead exposure in the 20th century caused the rise of the serial killers. Because, I mean, we had lead in everything, and it can alter your brain. And now that we remove lead, we don't have as many people like eating people, like destroying their body part. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I believe it. Lead is probably a connective item.
Okay, what do you take issue with?
Well, she considers it a true story, and she's quoted me all through the book and tells the reader how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking at various times, all through the book. Yet she's never interviewed me.
Comment, Brian Coburn, just
How does she do that? How does she justify that being a true story?
Okay, Ann, how do you justify that?
Well, Diane, I'm sure you remember my coming to jail and interviewing you.
June 26th.
20 minutes, Ann.
And I also sat in the courtroom while you testified for 4 days and told your entire life, from your childhood abuse, through your marriage, through your multiple affairs, how you felt about it. And at one point you said to the prosecutor, Mr. Hughey, would you like me to explain how I met all my lovers and how our affairs were carried out?
And he said no.
And he said no.
And he said no, shut up.
And this is where Ann Rule comes in, just like a total badass, being like,
that wouldn't be necessary.
He did, and then you went ahead and told it anyway, Diane.
Mustache.
yeah, and then he went ahead and told us anyway.
Which for
told us on the audio interview with the detectives, you were like, I couldn't turn over. That would take 5 seconds. I'm not going to waste 5 seconds. God damn.
Time is of the essence. Yeah.
Right. Time is of the essence, even though I was going 5 miles an hour.
Images.
Back on the whole wrapping her own arm thing.
Yeah. With getting pregnant. Is that true?
Oh, geez, Ann, I think.
Oh, I think I skipped ahead.
Weeks later, you remember that the killer called your name and realized that you had a tattoo on your shoulder and so forth.
On her blood, not realizing that it was coming.
All right, let's just look at the commercials, and then people can piece out as they want.
Hands on 57th Street. We weave hair as naturally as it grows on your head. Diane's exclusive interlock method is so lifelike, most clients can't believe it.
Oh, Diane.
Oh, Diane. Oh, Diane.
Diane's on West 57th Street. We make you look like you've always seen yourself.
Oh, Diane. This is me.
All right. Well, that was a pretty good commercial. Thanks. But well, look at this one and wonder about how its connections to Lauren Armstrong.
There's one person nobody can resist, and that's a baby. So love made Baby Soft with the innocent scent of a cuddly, clean baby that grew up very sexy.
The baby grew up very sexy.
Yeah.
Foaming bath, body lotion, body powder, and body mist. So innocent, it may well be the sexiest fragrance around. Loves Baby Soft because innocence is sexier than you think. For your baby at Christmas.
Well, now we have to deal with that.
Australian slang.
And a sexy baby. No, I mean, just look at. Look at this little baby. What this? Come on.
Nobody can resist, and that's a baby.
Mean, but
There's one the line is there's one person nobody can resist, and that's a baby.
So love made baby soft, with the innocent scent of a cuddly, clean baby that grew up very sexy.
Also, she's like,
And the baby grew up very sexy.
mm-hmm.
To hit like and subscribe to Suma and myself, but both channels. If you're watching on this channel, watch on Suma's channel. If you're watching on Suma's channel, watch on my channel. Hit thumbs up because we're an endangered species. We are we're whites with an opinion.
I'm not white.
You aren't white?
No.
Well, Suma, you're gonna pass as white.
Yeah.
For every
pass as white.
You pass as white. Okay, you pass
People
as
say
white.
a lot of racist things around me.
you're like, oh really?
That's nice.
Let me hear. Go, do tell. What were you saying?
The fact is, during that time, they were
Okay, Suma's not white, but we are both minorities. She's a woman, and I'm a white man. All right, we're all both oppressed. There we go.
giving me the same contingency that they gave my daughter, which is if you remember all these things, then you can.
Tevi got it right. We're both blondes. This society views us as the lowest of the low. Why are we going to listen to a blonde?
Yeah, so oppressed.
See your children, and until you remember these things, you cannot see your children. And I knew that I had told them everything that I knew cognitively, and yet they kept saying I had memory lapses. And
No, on Suma's channel, she just got something messed up on her stream. All right,
racist.
It's not racist. You messed up your own stream. It's not.
I'm talking to you. I'm saying in general. You know.
Oh, it. Okay, YouTube is racist because they caused you to click on something to cause your stream to not have chat.
Yeah.
Totally.
needed to believe those dreams to fill in the voids that they said I had.
HearMeowt's privilege is dangerously in jeopardy. Please consider a donation to the cause. No. Like I know now. I am the minority. I know I am the most hated demographic in America, right? Straight white man with blonde hair and blue eyes. Like could you get any more
your people are very
toxic than that? Could you get any more toxic than straight white man with blue eyes and blonde hair? Big eyes.
Because if I didn't remember, I couldn't see my kids.
We're talking to Diane.
I'm not a millennial. I was born in 1981. I don't think I'm. I don't know.
Downs via satellite from prison. Back in a moment.
I love the Oprah music in between.
Talking to Diane Down, serving a life plus 65-year sentence. It's written about in the book Small Sacrifices. Diane is accused of shooting her 3 children, killing one of them.
People in the audience, they're just sighing like...
Yeah, they're all sitting there where they're like...
What? The fact that... Oh, I mean... Diane can't see them, but
Tim.
I love this audience being like, what?
Children and
this is the fruit. These are the seeds of the true crime audience that is alive today, being like, what are you talking about?
A niche is born.
A niche is born. That they didn't get any vote, and then LawTube came online reviewing these and being like, I remember this crazy. I remember
this on Oprah.
Right? I mean, this woman that's in the glasses, she's probably like 60 years old, and she's like down in Florida. She's on YouTube. Like, I remember Oprah. I remember this interview. I knew she was crazy then. And then she's still doing the crochet and okay, honey, I'm going to be watching this. If you want to go out and golf, it's fine.
Yeah.
But
I asked her,
Mm-hmm.
well, all the mother things. I had given her a lot of clothes and Daniel a lot of clothes, school clothes at the beginning of September. And I kept asking Susan Staffel at Children's Services if the clothes fit, if the shoes fit, and different things, if she liked the outfits. And Susan always said, well, I haven't asked her, I'm not real sure. And so when I saw Christy in October, I asked her, did the shoes fit? There were these little brown suede shoes. Anyway, I asked her if they fit, and she said, no, Dad gave me those. And I said, what? And she says, Susan said that Dad gave me those shoes. And I said, no, Christy, I gave them. She says, no, Susan said Dad did. And luckily, Dad was standing right there. My ex-husband was right there. And he goes, no, Christy, I've never given you anything. It came from your mom. And, well, I'm sorry.
My stream was suspended for policy violations.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, look, we all need to help Suma. I don't know what Suma's doing.
I didn't do anything. I just noticed because they were talking about it in the chat.
Well, I disagree with that. Are you good? Do you have a strike?
Do you? I mean, we're on the same thing here.
No, I don't have a strike. I'm saying like
I know.
No, but I feel like everyone's gonna come after me saying that I did this.
No, don't worry about it. I mean, you didn't do it. That's ridiculous.
But people are stupid. You don't understand. People are stupid. Did you get a strike? I've never had a stream suspended.
I don't know how I could, you know. Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we will. It's probably because you have the white man on your stream, and they're like,
you know, there are a few possibilities.
They're like, no. We're not gonna have the white man up there with patriarchy. All right.
I have to be honest.
Mocking a true American hero like Diane Downs.
I'm not going to sit here and lie about it, but
if the audience laughs at you saying I'm not going to lie about it, they think you're lying.
Yeah.
But
I'm about to end the poll. I mean, it's 109 votes. The FBI guys is at 45%, and the next is the free horses at 24%. Stalkers 17%. Wayne at 50%. I think we're pretty good now. I mean, there's no way anyone's coming back from the FBI guys did it.
Yeah.
And I apologize, Steve, for saying that if you're listening to this show. But the fact is, Christy was very upset, and she asked, why did they lie to me? And so those are the things that we talked about.
Okay.
Thank you, Dan.
Let me readdress this. Comments can't take down a stream.
Mine is still saying unavailable, I think. Hang on.
Still not coming a lot, but you're streaming. You're not struck. It's still up then.
I don't know. It says, well, you're the one who said struck.
I didn't. You said my stream was struck.
I don't think I did. I said it was suspended for policy violations. That's what it says.
But I can still see your stream right now. Oh, wait. It says stream unavailable. Stream suspended for policy. What were you doing? What were you doing?
I was just sitting here talking to you nice people.
Well, that's stupid. It's also so funny that 38 people are watching your suspended stream versus just watching my stream.
They would still rather be there.
I'm not judging you or saying like I'm like you have 30. Like I remember streams when I was streaming to 3 people, right, and like barely holding on to 3 people. You have a stream that is not streaming at all, and 38 people are watching it.
That's because my people are very, very loyal.
Yeah, but they're loyal to what? An exclamation point?
Anything I put out there.
You should appeal it.
Of course I'm going to appeal it. Oh, they were both violated now?
No. Wait, my stream's
So what I was
violated?
addressing is we're
Maybe it's
talking to
Oprah.
Diane Downs, accused of shooting her 3 children, killing one of them.
No, my
The
stream is
theory
still
that
live.
She shot them.
My stream is still live, but if okay, well, if I'm at risk of being deleted, we're gonna end it now while I'm not violated. Okay, so I guess we'll just
We'll say goodnight.
yeah, we're gonna say goodnight before YouTube takes us both down.
Yeah.
And everyone.
Yeah, it's fine, but you know, now that you're
No. What I'm saying is, okay. No, I'll keep going. I'll keep going.
No,
I'll
don't keep going. Let's say goodnight.
No.
God help us all.
Suma's gonna frame this as like I was like only out for myself, but you know, as soon as it affected me,
you never do that.
No, you just did it. So we're gonna keep watching it.
In order, okay.
Like a weird overlap here.
I have a
Well, I have a
personality that was
reason.
developed over.
They took it down for third-party content.
What third party content?
I don't know. We've detected third-party content in your live stream that was not corrected following repeated warnings of possible abuse. You may not have intended to include this content, but live streams should be actively monitored.
Oh no, my stream's down now. My stream's down.
It must have been Oprah.
Okay, it's down. All right. Well, that's it.
All right.
Adios.
Bye.